Brought to you by Founders Federal Credit Union. I'm Kevin Thomas alongside John Epps. Happy Halloween, everyone. We're here for a round one playoff preview special. John, the brackets are set. Some teams you feel like, with the way this is done by the high school league where it's already preset, some teams we think are really good are going to have a really tough road, while some teams that may not be as good may have a easier road. It's the way it shakes out, but that's how it goes, man. But these playoffs are going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's in the first round is going to be a little bit more sparse between good games. Well, there's a few out there, but the playoffs as a whole are going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, they certainly are. If you guys tune in for the first time, we appreciate you. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter /X, Instagram, YouTube, etc. at Moving Chains, MOVINCHAINS. Our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, and more. Our website is movingchains.com. We do a live preview show every Tuesday night about 7 o'clock or so on Facebook and YouTube. Hop in here, give us your thoughts, share it, tell your friends. A lot of fun to do that and preview the week coming games. We do a recap show, comes out on Sundays on our podcast platforms. Also do a live show on Twitter /X Friday night about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Friday Night Spaces, basically recapping all those games, giving the scoreboard report, having different players and coaches and play guys hop in. It's a lot of fun to do. So hopefully you guys will join us on all those platforms. All we got, because now we're through the regular season, John, but, man, it's really going to crank up here these next 5 weeks.
Yeah, regular season is just the build-up for the playoffs. This is what really matters. Region play matter because that dictates if you get in the playoffs, and then your home field advantage, who you line up against, and this is what it's all about. The month of November and then that first week in December for those that are lucky enough to play.
No doubt about it. Well, as you see on the screen there, get you some Moving the Chains merch. We got hats, Richardson hats right now. We've got some beanies, some black and gray beanies. Very good stuff for the cold weather. Check it out. It's on our social media pages. We have pictures on there for you guys. We have our Gmail. You can set up right here, mtcgear at mtcgear.sc@gmail.com. You can reach out to for questions as well. Also have hoodies, very comfortable hoodies. Everybody I talk to loves them. I wore one to the game Friday, this gray version right here. Really good stuff. Get you one for the cold weather. Support the boys, support the team. Help us continue to get better gear and whatnot for the show. So definitely check that out. Get some Moving the Chains gear and help us out that way. But, John, let's start off now with our Games of the Week brought to you by Kona, Kona.care for more information. Let's start down in the 1A ranks. This is a game here where I know, we say typically round one, you don't get a lot of big ones. But this one here is probably a third-round quality talent level, third-round quality matchup here. And that's Lakeview at 6-3, traveling to Whale Branch at 7-1. Lakeview fell victim to both Lamar and Latta. That put them down to the 3 seed in their region while they got to go on the road here. Whale Branch, spotless record until last week, fell to Bamberg-Gerhardt 28-10. John, Lakeview's a team that we talked about earlier in the year was a young guy, a bunch of young guys there growing up throughout the season. They're getting better and better. Their one loss outside of that Latta and Lamar game was to Marion to start the year. Nothing wrong there at all. Are they to the point now where they can knock off a big boy like a Whale Branch? Or are they still a little bit too young for that, you think?
I think they're a little bit too young. What scares me about this Lakeview team and winning this ball game is their offense.
Yeah,
they play good defense. They play good defense really all season long, but I don't know that offensively they're going to have enough firepower against Whale Branch. This is the Whale Branch team, and we've heard it from across the state. They got some really, really scary weapons on that team. And, this team they were cruising up until that Bamberg-Gerhardt game. And that goes to show how good Bamberg-Gerhardt is.
Yeah.
That was a game that I really put an asterisk by last week, and a game I was really, really interested in. And that's really been, you look through their schedule. I think Bamberg is the only team to hold Whale Branch under 42 points all season long, winning that game 28-10. This is a lethal Whale Branch team, and they beat some solid opponents. They blew out an Alabama Fairfax team that's been playing good football this year. Blew them out a couple weeks ago. This is a Whale Branch team. I think they're going to be a team that can make a deep run in the playoffs. And it starts Friday night. This is going to be a good game. Lakeview is a good team, and I think it will be a pretty close, relatively low-scoring game, maybe 20s, maybe 30s. But I think Whale Branch's got a little too much talent for this one.
The Wild Gators blanked HP 27-0 last week, averaging 30 on offense, 15 on defense. Quarterback Kason Herlong, running backs Terrell Foxworth and Jaden Ford. Defensively led by Price, Ray, Deese, and King. Will Branch, you mentioned that loss last week to Bamberg Earhart, 28-10. Still averaging 44 on offense, 11 on defense. Quarterback Jermon Bowers, probably more of a runner than a thrower, really back there at that spot for them. Running back KJ Chisholm is a stud, along with Daryl Cummings. Defensively led by Thompson, Evans, and Cummings. You know, this is the Will Branch team, John, that has been trending the right direction the last couple of years, it feels like, as well. They played some really good football. You know, this year had a smaller slate, only playing 8 games, which you ought to see, but still a good football team. I think that the road trip is not going to be easy for Lakeview. That's a long way down there to Beaufort. I think the Warriors are playing a little too good right now. I think they win this game, but this will be a really good 1A matchup, probably the best matchup in 1A in round 1.
Yeah, and this could be, outside of Bamberg Earhart, probably the best defense that Will Branch is going to face all year long. They're up to this point.
For sure. Drew, any comments on the Whale Branch Lake before we look into the next one? Kevron says, go Gray Collegiate. Kevron, glad to have you in here, man. Big game for Gray. They're in the playoffs. Boss, man, good to see you in here as always. Zach says, playoff time. Red Devils are ready to make another run. Adabo got into it last night with some Tiger fans. That's all we can say. I don't know. Got a little out of hand there. Tay, appreciate you hopping in here, man. The Rebs are poised for a deep run. Terrence and Vanessa, yes, Hampton County is rolling right now as well. They are playing great football. Of course, this playoff goes to Marion. Yeah, Lower State 2A is going to be a lot of fun down there. Kurt and Tony, thanks for tuning in as always. I bet it is cold in Oklahoma. Appreciate you being here with us. Barman won a good spot with that 2 seed. Adrian says we're late. Yeah, you know, sometimes you got technical difficulties. Adrian trying to get it set up, man. Appreciate you hopping in. Louisville is ready for a deep run for sure. Anything else, Drill?
Let's roll to the next game.
What's that?
Let's roll to the next game, guys. Perfect.
Our second Kona game of the week, a 3A matchup here, and that's the Manning Monarchs traveling to the Philip Simmons Iron Horses. The Monarchs at 8-2, the Iron Horses at 9-1. Manning won a close one over Walkmall last week, 48-43. They're averaging 33 and 20 on the season. The quarterback is a transfer from Lakewood, Dre Mitchell, playing good football for them. Jalen Cord's all-region nose tackle, also plays some running back when needed for them. Starting running back is Tristan Timms. Head coach Reggie Kennedy's doing a great job there with that Monarchs program. Philip Simmons, big win over Battery Creek, 43-14, averaging 43 on offense, 18 on defense. Two-headed monster at running back here. KJ Asbury last week, 16 for 261, 2 touchdowns, has 1,600 on the year, John. Also, Sherrod Williams, over 1,000 yards as well on the season. The quarterback, Oriana, went 5 for 10, 2 touchdowns. He's not asked to do a whole lot. I feel like when he does throw it, it's usually a deep pass to Troy Stevenson, the GT commit, who's also a DB for them. So there's a lot of just go routes with that, it feels like. Bryce Smalls, Jabari Taylor also on defense. I'll tell you, John, I was really high on Manning until a few weeks back. They took the loss to Dillon, where they kind of let it go the second half and got blown out. But after that, they played a Thursday game against Loris and got absolutely smoked. I think it was 40-something to 0 in that. 41-0. 41-0 against Loris, who's a good football team. Didn't see that coming, and that's why, Manning is on the road here in round 1 is a loss like that. I feel like they're not playing great football right now. Even the Walkmall win, Walkmall's not a great football team. Winning that game by 5 points worries me a little bit. I think that Walkmall team is, 2-8, 3-7, something like that. Philip Simmons, their lone loss to Hanahan 2 weeks ago. But up until that point, you're playing great football, really getting it done on the ground there. I think Philip Simmons at home wins this one.
I think so, too, and they got a lot of talent. You talk about the two-headed monster at running back. Asbury's got over 20. I think he's got 22 touchdowns rushing this year. And then you add in Stevenson. They can stretch the field if need be. And not only, even if you don't throw it too much, you still have to
you got to respect it. Back a guy off.
You got to respect that. You can't just load up everybody in the box and forget about any kind of, deep pass play or any kind of pass play with Stevenson there. I think there's just too much to account for the Philip Simmons side. I think the Iron Horses, and gosh, they're 3 points away from being an undefeated football team. They are a really good team. They've bounced in and out of our top 5 all year. Yeah. This is a really, really good football team. I think Manning's good.
Yep.
Manning's good. I don't think they're good enough to win this first round game, though.
And they really struggled stopping the run, it feels like, too, because that's what Dillon wants to do. We know that. That's what Loris wants to do. Both the teams put up big numbers against them. Philip Simmons, that's all they want to do is run the ball. Yeah. So
and they do it well.
Got to lean Iron Horses here in this one. But, Jarrell, any comments on this ball game? But, yeah, exactly right, Corey. I agree with you on that. Boss Man says Phillip Simmons is going to manhandle him. Yeah, certainly could get out of hand. Of course, Phillip Simmons will win.
Yep, that's all we got on this game.
Perfect. Our third Kona game of the week here. A very intriguing 4A matchup to me here, John. And that's the Indianland Warriors at 6-4, traveling to the Greer Yellow Jackets at 5-5. You know, Greer's been kind of a hard team to figure out because they play such a tough non-region schedule. Although they lost to, Daniel and lost to Burns and Hillcrest and I think teams like that. They've only lost one 4A game, and that was the West Side.
Yeah.
Then they turn around and they run the table in the region, undefeated in the region there to get to that 5-5 mark. Indianland plays in kind of the opposite of Greer's region, which may be the easiest in the state. Indianland plays in the toughest probably 4A in the state, that one or the beach one there with Northwestern, South Point, York, and those guys. Can the lower seeded Warrior squad come over to Greer under the water tower and pull off an upset?
I think they will. I think this is one of those games where exactly what you said. Greer's in a more gettable region, and Indianland's in a really, really tough region. So it's, it equates to, well, is the 3 seed really better than the 2?
Yeah.
Because I think Indianland's a better team here. They've got, when they've played, the thing with Indianland, though, when they played someone good, they've played pretty well.
Yeah.
But they've lost.
Yeah.
South Point, Northwestern, York, even they lost that game. But they play pretty good defense. They keep themselves in games for the most part. I think Indianland's a slightly better team in this game. Can they shut down LaDainian Martin will be the big question. Being Greer's at home, that's a big-time home field advantage. And Martin's probably the best player on the football field in this game. For me, that carries a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Indianland wins this game. I think it'll be a good competitive game. I think it'll be close. But I like Indianland by a little bit in this one.
Indianland actually played on Saturday due to some power issues at the field there. They defeated Lancaster 25-22 last Saturday, averaging 20 on offense, 21 on defense. Not great there. They've had some blowout, a couple blowout games there. Senior quarterback Jackson Scheitz, a 3-year starter for them. Love to see that back there, especially when the playoffs come around. Wide receivers Hayden Morris, Portis, Connor, and Myers. Running back linebacker Jaden Singletary is a really good player for us, for them. I think one of our Super 75 guys. Defensively led by Keon Kyles and then Tamir Hickman Collins, a Florida State commit, also a Super 75 guy for us. We've got Greer, big win, 42-21 over Riverside. That's how they got that region title last week. 34 on offense, 27 on defense. You mentioned LaDainian Martin, 18 for 131, 2 touchdowns last week. Chase Birds missed some time early in the year at the receiver spot. He's back now after the injury. The season really changed for those guys when they inserted Chris Hall at quarterback. I think he was playing DB early in the year, made the switch, and then really that offense took off. Last week, only 6 for 9 passing, but carried it 20 times for 159 and 2 touchdowns. Max Hannon on defense is a ball hawk in the secondary. Well, like I mentioned, I think just they're a little more tested outside of region, you would say. Certainly. In region, they're not tested, so it's hard to make a judgment call there. I'm gonna go Greer at home because I like what they're doing now with Hall at quarterback and Martin at running back. Like I said, probably the best player on the field, him or Hickman Collins for Indianland, one or the other. And that'll be a heck of a matchup watching that linebacker go against that running back all night long. But I'm going to go Greer in a close one under the water tower.
All right. I want to go. Okay. All right. I like it. Split decision here.
Love it. Drell, any comments on that ball game? Boston says Greer's better than their record. The Indianland pull it out. Yeah, certainly better than 5-5. Yeah. You feel like I said, that non-region just beats them up every year. I think they won
that's all we got.
Game, I think.
I don't even know if it was that. Yeah. Blue Ridge.
Yeah.
Anything that's else all we got pertaining to that game.
Go ahead. All right. Perfect. Our fourth Kona game of the week here, a big 5A matchup, maybe the game I'm most excited for in the state this week, honestly, and that's Ashley Ridge at 8-2 going to Sumter at 7-3. The Swamp Foxes are 2 losses, Fort Dorchester, Somerville. I mean, they're playing really good football right now. Last week defeated Stall 70-0, averaging 43 on offense, 21 on defense. Quarterback Trevor Khalid, just a sophomore, 10 for 12, 251, 5 touchdowns last week. Wide receiver Derek Sally Jr., one of the best players in the state. Very dynamic, very electric. 3 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Defensively led by defensive back Nick Jefferson, Dylan Polanski, and new head coach Jeff Tate coming down from Wren, a guy who knows how to win, John. Sumter, on the other hand, they beat Conway 43-29, a little bit closer than you might think it might be against that squad there. 33 on offense, 19 on defense. Quarterback Peyton Merchant, 14 for 18 last week. John Peoples, 29 carries, $198, 5 touchdowns. Also, Cam Fortune's kind of a change of pace, the guy there for them. wide receiver Jamie Tettard, eventually led by Rose and Thompson, Durant, Addison. Good defensive line, kind of susceptible to the pass, which is not what you want to hear when Derek Shaley Jr. is coming to town.
Yeah, and that, for me, that's going to be the difference in this ball game. I think Sumter they're very capable of this. I think this is a team that we talked about in the preseason, a dark horse to win the state championship, but they've just been inconsistent. I thought they had a good win. And I know Oceanside's, a 2A team. I thought they had a great win against Oceanside middle of the season. But they fell to Crestwood in overtime, dropped a couple other games that, a little bit surprising to me. I think Ashley Ridge is playing really, really good football right now. Probably playing I'd say they're probably their best football of the season, last 2-3 weeks of the year. I think Ashley Ridge is right where they want to be. And they've got that passing game that can be very scary for Sumter. I like Ashley Ridge to pull this one out.
Yeah, and Drell and I saw Sumter take on Ridgeview early in the year. Sumter won that game handily, but it felt like Ridgeview had some opportunities through the air and just couldn't really capitalize. I think with Khalid and Sally Jr., I think you do capitalize on that stuff. I think for Sumter, the key to this game, if they want to win it, they got to really slow it down, grind it out, milk the clock, limit possessions, run the ball a ton, and just hope that they kind of can just squeeze the air out of that one. But I think Ashley Ridge is too much firepower, man. I like what Coach Tate's doing there. He's doing a great job. I love the way they're getting Sally involved, not through the passing game only, but just, some Wildcat stuff as well. What do they need to do to kind of put up big points? I think they win this game, go on the road to win. I think that sets them up in a pretty good spot, honestly, in the bracket. So I think we're both kind of on the Ashley Ridge bandwagon right now.
Yeah, I think so. I like the way they're playing football right now. I think it could be a little bit of a shootout, though, which probably doesn't bode well for Sumter.
Yeah. Boston says this game's a toss-up. Anything else, Drell? Dion says AR by 14. Yep, I could see it. Ryan says I think Ashley Ridge wins big on the road. Certainly,
Ryan, you're familiar
happen.
with them. I trust you.
And then just going back to the Greer game.
John says Indian Land 35-21 over Greer. Okay, I love it. Now, our fifth Kona game of the week, our Skeeza game of the week, a big 1A matchup, John. Clarendon Hall at Lee Academy. This is 2 8-2 squads going at it here. Clarendon Hall defeated St. John 16-9 last week. Running back Darius Aiken, 19 carries, $121, over 1,400 yards this year. Quarterback Graham Lee, defensive led by Aiken, Mathis, Robinson, and Fields. Lee Academy, 54-15 over Kings, 36 on offense, 19 on defense over the season. Deshaun Haddon and Bryson Muldrow at running back are playing really good for those guys. Offensive line was young to start the year, had a bunch of new guys coming in, have really gelled well. Defensively led by Wilkes, Haddon, Muldrow, and Boyce. This is an exciting game for me here because I think both teams are pretty even here, but it feels like kind of the best player on the field thing. I think Darius Aiken for Clarendon Hall is probably that. Okay. So I'm going to lean to the Saints, but this one honestly is a toss-up, which most of these playoff games are at this point, it feels like.
I agree with you. I like Lee Academy being at home.
It's a good point. Yeah, Coach Rankin does a great job there with that squad, and those guys at home is a tough place to play, so they could certainly pull that one out. Love it. Drew, any comments to go through or anything else before we look at the next part of the program?
No, I don't see any particular comments right here. Just John's got some predictions. I'll throw them up as we get to those games.
Perfect. Let's take a quick shout out to our friends of the program before we look at the statewide schedule.
Take your financial game to the next level with Founders Federal Credit Union. Reach your full potential. Relax. Join Founders today. Visit an office near you or relaxjoinfounders.com to apply. Federally insured by NCUA, member qualification required.
Carolina Orthopedic and Neurosurgical Associates, KONA, offers the most advanced training and experience in orthopedic surgery, neurosurgery, sports medicine, and pain management in the upstate. 3 convenient locations in Spartanburg, Duncan, and Greenville. Go to kona.care to learn more.
Okay, let's take a look now at the 5A slate, the 5A bracket. Like we mentioned, John, round 1, sometimes you see some games are not going to be close. But we'll see what happens. Let's go looking through at the 5A bracket now. Drew, you got a comment?
No, I was going to pull that bracket up.
Perfect,
did you guys want to read it first, or you want me to throw it on the screen?
Either way, if you want to throw it up while reading it, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and throw it up there so we have a little visual.
Perfect. Okay, let's roll through it, John.
Yeah, we'll start in the lower state. So top of the bracket, we've got White Knoll hosting Cane Bay. And then the winner of that game is going to face the winner of Fort Dorchester Socastee. That sets up a potential really exciting second round matchup. Below that, you got Chapin going to Stratford. And then Sumter, as we talked about, hosting Ashley Ridge. And then in the lower half of that lower state bracket, Somerville will be hosting River Bluff. Conway on the road against Berkeley. Carolina Forest hosting St. James. And then Goose Creek will host West Ashley.
Yeah, I think there's not a lot of potential for upset outside of the game. We mentioned Sumter, Ashley Ridge. I think West Ashley could be trouble for Goose Creek as well. They play pretty good defense there, it seems like, there for Coach Kiefer. And then the other one I wanted to look at was, what was it?
I think Chapin Stratford's a little bit of a toss-up.
Yeah.
For a 1-4 game.
Because it's that region, with Goose Creek.
Yeah.
We don't think they're that good. I think that's the issue with that one. But yeah, 5A should be fun in Lower State. Really, next week if we start getting into that Fort D White Knoll game and stuff like that. But let's take a look now at the Upper State.
Starting at the top left, we've got TL Hanna hosting Fort Mill. Here's a really fun game here. Dutch Fork will host Boiling Springs. This is a game that I think could be really, really close. And I think a pretty low-scoring game as well. I like Dutch Fork at home, but this game could be interesting. And I think the rest of that Boiling Springs region would be pretty interested in how that game goes, because the rest of that region they're pretty locked in on having a good chance to go to Columbia. So they'd be interested to see how one of their own faces against the Dutch Fork program.
Yeah, Dutch Fork played a lot better lately after, since that White Knoll loss. They turned around and had a couple of nice performances. They're playing good football. Boiling Springs got that big win a couple weeks back over Spartanburg to put them in the playoffs there. I like Dutch Fork there for sure.
And then below that, we've got Woodmont going to Clover.
Could be sneaky good. Woodmont's a team that can put up some points, certainly in bunches. They're going to need it against Clover. We'll see how that goes. But that's a game that I think that Clover's a team that we kind of maybe underrate a little bit, just because that region's not the toughest, it feels like almost.
Yeah.
But what they're doing for Coach Wilbright, I think running off 8 wins in a row, playing good football for sure for the Blue Eagles are.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good game. But, yes, certainly a potential 4-1 upset there. Then we got Gaffney hosting Lexington. I tell you what, if I told you at the beginning of the year, Gaffney and Lexington were going to face off in the first round of the playoffs, you would say, ooh, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't have expected it.
Yeah, Lexington falling down to that 3 seed in their region there, and then Gaffney getting the 2 out of Region 2 5A. Lexington's a team, I think they just don't have any good wins. That's what worries about them. They lost to their big non-conference game against Gilbert. They beat Stratford. That's probably their best win, Stratford or West Florence, I'm guessing.
I'd say Stratford probably.
They're going to be run heavy, of course, with Coach Curtis there. I think Gaffney wins that ball game.
Now, here is a refreshing thing that we can say here. Rock Hill hosting a first-round playoff game. They'll be hosting Spartanburg. This is an interesting game. I think I don't know what to think about this one. I think Spartanburg should win, but Rock Hill might be playing better football right now.
Yeah, Rock Hill surprised me with that final score last week to Clover, not being more competitive in that ball game there. I like the quarterback. Matthew Wilson's a really good player. Receiver Malik, what is his last name? Clark. Sorry. He's a good player as well for the Bearcats. Spartanburg, their problem all year long, can't score points. Yeah. Can they do it this week? I don't know. I'm going to go. That's a Thursday night game too as well, by the way.
Oh, very cool.
Over at D3, because with them and Northwestern both getting home playoff games, that one is played on Thursday. I'm going to go Rock Hill at home, I think.
Now, this one's exciting. Talk about a team that can put up some points. JL Mann will be hosting Blythewood. Burns is going to be hosting Dorman. The reason you see that game, Dorman getting an at-large playoff bid, so a rare occurrence of having 2 region teams facing in the first round. And then to round it out, Nation Ford actually going to host Hillcrest.
Yeah, I think JL Mann too much offense, and they win that ball game. I think Burns probably beats Dorman by more than the last time because it's a little healthier now. That bye week 2 weeks ago really helped them out to playing good football right now. Dorman lost that one on a 2-point conversion the first time they played. I think Burns wins that ball game pretty handily. And then I think Hillcrest upsets Nation Ford as well. Nation Ford, kind of out of that weaker region. I like what the Rams are doing. I know they took a tough loss last week, but too much firepower on offense for me.
Yeah, that's a tough draw to get a 3 seed, and it's Hillcrest.
Yeah.
In this bracket, boy, it shakes up for some really, if things go the way we think they are, some really exciting second-round matchups. We can talk about those next week if they happen.
Yeah. So looking at the 5A bracket, John or Drill, any comments from the chat on this 5A first round slate?
Yeah, just got a lot of score predictions for sure. Let's go ahead and throw these up there.
JP says JL Man over Blythewood. Dion says Dutch Fork 21-10.
I like that.
Andy says Woodmont with the upset. Clover's 8-2, but only beat 2 teams winning record. That certainly could happen.
That's a good point.
Like I said, Woodmont's put up some good points this year. They can get hot with Williams and Sink and those guys there. They have a good squad for sure. Dion says Lexington with an upset. That would be quite a surprise. Wow. But hey, you never know in the playoffs.
Yep,
Dion,
that's
you
all
might eat on that one.
That's all the comments we got right now for those games.
Okay, let's take a quick look at 5A. So what we're going to do tonight, guys, is we're going to go through the first round matchups in each class, and then maybe give some of our favorites, some of our sleepers in 5A, who we like, who we don't like. And then we're going to play another little game here in a second too. But John, who are maybe your one or two favorites, or who's a sleeper you want to kind of highlight here in this 5A bracket?
My favorite, I want to go with Burns. I think they're playing good football. Last few years, Burns has been really good, but it seems like they kind of faltered, in a big game here or there.
Yeah.
They had a huge win last Friday against Gaffney. I think they're rolling into the playoffs with a ton of confidence. They know they're good. They're probably as healthy now as they've been all year, except for maybe the first few weeks. But that I think they're lined up to have a really good run, have a really good shot at getting to Columbia. And my sleeper comes from the lower state, and that's Ashley Ridge. When we talk about this program with the wide receivers that they have, boy, they are dangerous.
Yeah.
They play good football. They've been a little bit tested. They played some good teams. I think they played with Somerville and Fort Dorchester.
Yep.
I think they're in a position to where, where they are in the bracket, I think bodes really, really well for them. I think that Ashley Ridge team can make a very, very deep run too. They're my sleeper.
I like what those guys are doing. You mentioned your favorites. I mean, I think Upper State, it's got to be Burns right now from what they've done. Lower State, I'm kind of, conflicted here because I like Somerville, but I really like that White Knoll squad too.
Yeah.
But what worries me with them, and I've got two sleepers here. One of them is Fort Dorchester. Okay. And because they're in a good spot where they get White Knoll right away.
Yeah.
And if they win that ball game, they're almost cruising to the lower state final, honestly, if they can get past.
Maybe they get to Ashley Ridge.
So I think they're a really good squad. Another team I like, I think you got to look out for, Carolina Forest.
Yeah.
A team we have not talked a lot about. They've got 3 losses, Somerville, South Florence, Oceanside. All 3 of those games, they had the ball with the lead in the fourth quarter, ended up losing them. Playing really good for Coach Morris right now. That running back is doing a great job for them, Khalil Johnson. They're a team to look out for. And then hard to have this team as a dark horse here, Dutch Fork.
Oh, boy.
The Silver Foxes are playing a lot better. Tommy Knott said it's going to be a November to remember. They've played good defense all year. They really have. Just can they get the offense going? John Hunt being back, he's getting more and more comfortable. And I was thinking about the other day, they lost a lot of games early on. And they came back. They won a couple, lost to White Knoll, who kind of wrote them off again. That White Knoll game was a 1-score football game. It wasn't like a blowout. It wasn't like they got the doors blown off. I think they're poised for a big run here. And I like where they're at too, because TL Hanna's a team that is tough for me to figure out. I think Dutch Fork against TL Hanna in round 2 could be really good. I think the Silver Foxes win that one. They're poised to make a deep run. Drill, any comments, or what do you think about 5A as well, you personally? Drill, we don't have your volume. We don't have your volume, Drill. We don't have you.
Sorry, a little slow delay there.
Maybe he was just
all right, cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I was censoring myself. 5A, man, it's just been it's a wild card. You have no idea who's going to be there. My favorite, I'm going to go Somerville. I like them. I like their ability to score points. The Green Wave have just continued to answer the call each and every week. Sleeper, I'm the same way. I think Dion said it best, man. Dutch Fork, and you said it as well, Kev. You just can't count them out this time of the year. It's going to be a November to remember. But I also like those teams. I like Ashley Ridge a lot. I like Carolina Forest. When you talk about, teams you can't count out, Gaffney is right there as well.
Always.
So, yeah. They're
coming off a loss, too.
Yep, exactly. TL Hanna, just that style of offense. You just never know what's going to happen there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of teams that are going to be in the mix for the 5A state crown.
None of us said anything about Hillcrest.
Yeah, another team that's got the offensive firepower to be anybody. Caleb Sutton has been playing better. Got hurt last week was a big problem in that loss there. But, in 1A, or excuse me, in 5A, you've seen it in our polls all year long. We keep saying it. Everybody seems to have flaws. which kind of makes it a little more open, it feels like almost. So is our last exercise here. We're going to do for each class. I talked to the guys preseason, or I guess this week, said, how many times do you think, or excuse me, how many teams do you think can win state right now? Jarrell, John, myself, all came up with their own numbers. I don't know who's in their group. They don't know who's in my group. Who wants to go first? Who wants to give their number first?
I'll go first.
John's got his number. John's got 4 teams in 5A needs to win state. Only 4.
That's it.
That's
Jarrell,
crazy.
how many you got?
Double that. I've got 8 teams that I legitimately think can win state championship.
I love it.
8 teams.
So we got 4, 8. I've got 9.
Oh
I think 9 can win it. And if you want to get really close about it, I've got 2 question marks. Also, I think like to win it all.
So 11.
Just right. I'm going to go with 9. So we got 4, 8, and 9. I mean, that just shows how wide open 5A is, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. And 4, well, we'll get to it later. 4 is a big number for me.
But yeah, no, I think it's a lot. I think it's just wide open, man. It's crazy to see. We'll just go ahead and go through what I've got here.
Robert, good seeing you in here, man. As always, appreciate you.
John's got Bowling Springs as a sleeper.
Hey, I mean, they got some talent. If they get past, it's in the playoffs too. If you get, if you get one big win, get some momentum rolling, never know what can happen. So that certainly could happen in Bowling Springs. Chad, good having you here, man. Yeah, crazy game against Somerville for sure.
Yeah, that's all I got. Well, I guess we'll just head on down to 4A. There's a lot of fun there, too.
Looking down at the 4A slate now. Drew, if you want to put it on the screen, you can. If not, that's fine, too. Doesn't really matter. John's got it pulled up, so either way.
Yeah, you just tell me what you guys want.
Pulling it up. We'll start with Upper State this time. So one of our kind of games of the week is at the top of the bracket. That's Indian going to Greer. And then the winner.
Jack King Field, Piedmont, South Carolina, the site of round 1 here in 3A. The Canes coming in at 5-5, 4-1, and they'll take on the Woodruff Wolverines at 4-6, 2-2 in region, and the 3 seed. Of course, all the action tonight brought to you by Team Wise and Choice, and of course the pregame show brought to you by 84 Lumber. Highlights from last week, courtesy of my Twitter. If you want to go give me a follow, Blake Mill 13. We cover everything Wren athletics, and you can see highlights from last week's loss to the BHP Bears. Thomas claps the hands it off. The Canes are back there. Can they bring him down? Hello. Who is in the backfield? Jacoby Dukes. And they go for the Bears. Snap, they'll throw it. Jacoby Dukes coming on the other side. They will go deep, looking for a guy. The Canes are there. There's your interception. He breaks the tackle. He's up past the 20. Is that Brandon Kirby? Yes, it is. 40, looking for some blocks. He hits the opposite 40. He's got some. Still walking with some Canes. He's losing speed. He's tackled inside the 15. And a look out. Here come the Canes. Snap low. Picks it up, looking to throw once again. Middle of the field, has his guy. Braden Binnicker hits the 15. He's got some speed. 10, 5. The deuce is loose. 17-6.
Canes found the end zone now. Let's just keep it rolling.
Snap. Canes trying to get in the backfield. They'll throw it left side. Did the Canes get there? Did they get there? Pick. Yeah. The Canes come down with it. Titus Sessions puts his seatbelt. Click it or ticket. Team is not going to give up. Handoff. No, keeper Colton Bagwell. CB 4, 44-13. Pin of the PAT. Sorry for the quality of those videos. Of course, if you follow me, you know I don't think it was that bad on my Twitter. And, of course, it's not as bad when you watch it live. So, of course, tell all your friends whenever we stream if they want to watch Canes football on where to find us for the upcoming basketball season as well. Last week, the Canes versus the Bears, some stats that don't look as pretty as you would think. Colton Bagwell, 14 of 26, 182 yards, a touchdown. Those 2 interceptions ended up being 2 touchdowns for the Bears. He also had 22 rushes for 60 yards and a touchdown. And Reese Price, of course, did Reese Price things. 21 attempts, 114 yards on the ground. And Brandon Benneker was the go-to, 4 receptions, 62 yards and a touchdown. And, of course, we know Seth Hickerson had himself a nice week as well that could have been a little bit bigger. And we'll take our first commercial break here on the 84 Lumber pregame show on the Wren Broadcast Network.
You want your day to be perfect, whether it's your wedding, prom, pageant, or homecoming. Demetra Designs understands. Voted best in the upstate, Demetra Designs is the upstate's largest full-service bridal emporium, featuring top designers for pageant, homecoming, and prom. Offering the selection of a major city retailer, from hair to makeup to photos, Demetra is committed to making all eyes turn when you enter the room. Visit our website right now. Print your instant Demetra formal wear savings coupon. Demetra Designs Bridal Emporium, Pleasantburg Drive, Greenville.
Thank you to Consolidated Pipe and Supply for sponsoring the Wren Broadcast Network. For all your piping supplies, business or residential, we do it all. Just give us a call. Consolidated Pipe and Supply, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, 864-964-9370, 1727 White Horse Road.
When you hear funny noises like that,
chugga 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 chugga,
like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services.
Whether you've got slow drains or clogged drains, take advantage of our 93 or its free sewer drain clearing special. We'll even include a camera inspection and 1-year no clog guarantee.
Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Thank you to our team physicians and athletic trainers for the excellent sports medicine care they provide to our school and community. St. Francis Sports Medicine and Bon Secours Piedmont Orthopedics. Together, we keep you moving.
Blop, blop.
When you hear funny noises like that,
chugga 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 chugga,
like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services. We'll fix that too. Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
When you're ready to own it, our mortgage experts make it happen.
I was done with renting. Founders, they made my first mortgage easy.
We needed mortgage experts.
And more space.
More space?
We were there once.
I didn't even know what PMI was.
We knew.
At Founders, they never charge PMI.
Never.
When it comes to your mortgage, Founders is more equipped than ever, and you'll never see PMI. From first-time buyers to seasoned homeowners, it's nice to work with a lender you can trust.
So you can relax.
Back here in Piedmont for the first round here in 3A. Here on the 84 Lumber pregame show. Of course, you're like, Blake, you haven't introed anyone up top with you. Of course, Keith Osborne not here yet. He will hopefully be here soon. Evans will come back up here after he does the coin toss. Austin Tripp, of course, on the ones and twos as the producer and graphics guy, as always. Logan Dew on the sideline with that camera that he's trying to get focused in down there. And, of course, Ethan Mayfield on the main camera up top as we take a look at last week's scores here in 3A Region 2. Of course, the Canes lost to the number 1 seed BHP Bears 51-14. Fountain Inn went on the road and won 27-16, but couldn't get a playoff spot. And Powdersville and Palmetto settled the 3-4 dispute at 33-7 for the Patriots. And that all leads to the region standings, which led us in the 1 through 4 here in Region 2. As now we'll take a look at it. 10-0 record for the Bears, 5-0 in region, a perfect regular season. The Canes, of course, that non-conference stretch got to them early. They figured it out in region play, went 4-1. They beat these Pattersville Patriots that sit as a 3 seed who went 3-2. Their 2 losses to the 2 teams up top in the Bears and Canes, 4-6 overall. And Palmetto and Fountain Inn really were the question marks on who was going to steal the 4 seed. Palmetto ends up beating the Fury, and they go 2-3. Fountain Inn goes 1-4. And Southside loses out, goes 0-10 and 0-5. And this all means what we're about to take a look at in the playoff bracket. The Canes side of things will look like this. Daniel will play Blue Ridge tonight in a 1v4 scenario. The Canes will take on the Wolverines in a 2v3. Chapman, the 1 seed at the bottom, will take on Crescent in a game they're expected to win. And a game that a lot of people are going to have eyes on tonight is Chester versus Powdersville, and Powdersville going on the road, and that's going to be a team that's a 3-seed team that you're just not going to want to see on the side of your bracket. I know Chester fans probably woke up after last Friday and looked at the bracket and was like, oh no, we had screwed by this bracket. As we take a look at the other side, BHP at the top, undefeated, as I said, will take on Emerald, coming in at 1-9 overall. Pendleton against Travelers Rest. They have a lot to prove in the 2v3. Clinton as the 1 seed, maybe the team to beat in this entire 3A upstate bracket, will take on the Mustangs of Palmetto. And of course, Broome will play Seneca in a game that the Centurions are expected to take control of tonight. We'll take one more commercial break. When we come back, we'll take more of a look at this week. We'll take a look at keys for tonight. We'll talk to Anthony Freight, and we'll look at games across the region here on the Wren Broadcast Network on the 84 Lumber pregame show.
Thank you for considering G-Force for your parking lot project. Each G-Force location is veteran-owned and uses the latest and greatest Graco state-of-the-art equipment with onboard computers and laser technologies for perfect results every time. We hope you'll choose G-Force for all your pavement marking needs.
Lumber, now hiring Pittsburgh area manager trainees. Apply today and receive an $840 signing bonus.
Are you looking for a brand new home in the Greenville, South Carolina area? With so many builders and communities, how can you be sure you will get the best deal? Realtor Glenn Klinger specializes in new home sales. Glenn is new home sales and residential construction certified and an expert in new homes in Greenville. So why take a chance on missing out on the perfect new home? Call the Klinger team today.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
On time and friendly.
Keep your septic system running smoothly. For a limited time, we're offering septic tank pumping for just $399. Call Preferred Home Services today to take advantage of this offer.
5 stars, thumbs up.
We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
Home Services. Go, 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 Preferred.
Thanks for watching the Wren Broadcast Network. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email Austin Tripp or Stan Yarborough for more information.
Once upon a time, moving was stressful and far from a fairy tale.
How are we supposed to move our house and get rid of our junk?
But the big bad move was no match for college hunks hauling junk and moving.
Have no fear, the hunks are here.
College hunks did all the packing, moving, and unpacking for the family. They also hauled away the unwanted clutter to be properly donated and recycled. And the family moved happily ever after. Make moving and junk removal less stressful and more magical.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Welcome back here to the 84 Lumber pregame show. I know a lot of people probably stayed home tonight. As Austin messes with sound, I know it's cold. A lot of people stayed inside trying to stay comfy to watch the Canes. But I know a special new member is at home watching the Canes tonight, and that's Malachi Merritt Pritchett. We shoot a congratulations to him and his wife that are more than likely watching at home tonight, and hoping the Canes come home with a win. So we want to welcome Malachi into the world tonight, and hopefully the Canes can get a round one win over the Wolverines. How are they going to do it, you may ask? And here are the keys. Number one, attack defensively. Load the box. Force Woodruff into playing your game. I think this all comes down to the line of scrimmage. The Canes are bigger. They're a little bit stronger. I think they can take it over in the run game offensively, and defensively, guys like Cam Sanders, Jacoby Dukes, Champ Reeves, the guys you know about, Tyron Jackson, that have been doing it all year long, are going to have to play big factors tonight. Number two, I just talked about it, O-line, not just the play, the mental mistakes are going to matter tonight. Last week, a touchdown taken off the board in the first quarter, got brought back off the holding, and down the stretch, a lot of holdings on some big-time plays that the Canes were trying to get back into it last week in that region championship. And number three, kind of culminates everything together. Be who you know you are. This is a run-oriented football team that likes to play defense. Show it tonight and be able to take control where this game is not close coming down the stretch. But we will see as we're ticking under 13 minutes here on the board. We'll let you listen in to head football coach Anthony Freitas. I got a chance to talk to him this week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 84 Lumber pregame show. I'm here, as always, with the head football coach here in high school, head coach Anthony Frey. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well myself. Of course, the Canes now are 5-4, 4-0 in region play after their 42-39 win over Powdersville. And we start on the same front as we do every week. Any update on injuries or maybe an update on Tyler Morgan?
Yeah, everybody's got their bumps and bruises, and they're getting better, and we'll kind of see how things go the rest of the week.
Yeah, of course, the Canes 411 rush yards versus a defense that only gave up 280 to BHP a few weeks ago. Was that expected when you scouted the Patriots, or even when you stepped on the field Friday night?
Well, you know, there were some things that we noticed on film that we thought that we could be successful offensively against. And, you know, they you know, made some choices in terms of how they wanted to defend some things, and it allowed us to be successful in some other areas. And we knew that if they didn't make some adjustments that they might have a hard time, and it proved to be true. And we're just really ecstatic with the way that our offensive line played, the way that our backs ran the ball. You know, it's been a long time since there's been 400 yards rushing here in this program, and a long time since you had two guys go for almost, you know, 200 yards in a game. and now 2 guys approaching 1,000 yards on the season. So pretty special group back there.
It definitely is. Another group that has definitely taken a step throughout the season is this kicking game with Anthony Acevedo. 2 onside kicks in the last 2 weeks in very meaningful spots. One that last week that stole possession in a 1-possession game. How much trust do you have in Acevedo in those big-time moments?
Well, we have a lot of trust in him. We keep putting the ball in his foot, I guess, and letting him take control of some things and try and help us out. He's a weapon, and we want to use him. So he's done a great job, and, we got a lot of confidence in him.
Before we take a look at Powdersville, I want to talk about the linebacking core. Pedro and, of course, Ethan Moody led the team in tackles against Powdersville, and the last couple of weeks have kind of sealed up a lot of maybe run holes in this defensive front. Can you just talk about those two directly for a couple minutes?
Yeah, so, Ethan is a senior that, when I got here was, kind of one of those young men that you had to kind of get to know a little bit first, and when you got to know him, how dynamic he was as a personality, and he's kind of like our lightning bolt. He's our, fuse that once that fuse gets lit, everybody else gets, caught on fire along with him. So he's energetic, he's positive, he's got a high motor, he runs with the ball, he makes great plays, and I'm so proud of him and his leadership and what he's brought to this team this year. Because transitions are tough as seniors, and and he's turned himself into a really good linebacker. He works hard at it every day. Pedro, is a junior, and he was one of the leading tacklers a year ago as a sophomore. He's a stereotypical inside linebacker, and he's really, hit the ground running too in terms of the coaching. And Coach Cotton's done a great job with him, and he plays, pretty fundamentally sound and uses his hands, and he's grown a lot as a player and as a human being throughout this year in order to take on the things that he's taken on. And, I'm just proud of both those guys for kind of being our leaders in the middle there that help us be successful.
100%. Of course, this week is the region championships. The first time it feels like in a while we've been able to say that here in Piedmont. The Bears come in 9-0, 4-0 in region play, coming off a 44-0 win over Southside. As we talked about all year long, hello, everyone, and welcome to the 84 Lumber pregame show. I'm here, as always, with the head football coach here at Wren High School, head coach Anthony Frey. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well myself. Of course, the Canes now are 5-4, 4-0 in region play. Hey.
How are you, sir?
Good. How are you? You ready to go?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 84 Lumber pregame show. I'm here, as always, with the head football coach here at high school, head coach Anthony Frey. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well myself. Of course, the Canes now are 5-4, 4-0 in region play after their 42-39 win over Poundersville, and we start on the same. How you doing, Coach?
How are you?
Good. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Woodruff at first. As always, Coach, how are you doing, and injury front on the Canes?
I'm doing well, Blake. Thanks for asking. In terms of injuries, we're getting healthier and healthier every week, which is good. We lighten up a little bit. So, I feel really good about our guys going out this week and being able to compete.
Last week, of course, as I said, coming off the loss to BHP, 51-14. I try to go back every single week and just look for small issues that become glaring throughout the game, or just a common theme offensively and defensively, especially on the Canes side. I know early you look towards Hickerson a lot on the deep ball, trying to take advantage of the freshman corner maybe early and often, and then it kind of turned into leaning on Reese Price and Colton to try to maybe get the ground game figured out as he kind of got down there around halftime. What was just the thought process throughout that ball game?
We thought that we were going to be able to take advantage of them in the secondary.
We'll take a break to go to the midfield mark where Keith Evans will have the coin toss. When we come back, we'll listen to the rest of the pregame interview with head coach Anthony Frey.
Gentlemen, first, come in a little bit closer. First of all, I want to say congratulations on making it to the first round of 3A South Carolina High School playoffs, okay? I got three things I want you to do for me tonight, okay? Play hard, play smart, play stops on the whistle. I'm not going to introduce my crew. You're not going to remember my names, no way. Your mind's on football, okay? So I'm going to ask my umpire to come up and verify the coin toss. Got heads, tails, heads, heads and tails. You're the visitor. Make your call to him, heads or tails. Tails. There's a heads. Receive.
All right, Wren's won the toss. Football.
Per usual, now before the Canes and Wolverines come out, we'll let you listen to Anthony Frey as he prepared for the Wolverines this week.
That, we had a touchdown call back on our first or second drive where we hit Hickerson. And as the game went on, we still were able to find them. We had drop balls right before halftime and just some things that we didn't execute well on in the passing game. But it was there, and what we thought was going to be there was there. We just didn't do a good job executing it across the board. And, we know that we've got to do a better job of doing that moving forward if we're going to be successful in the playoffs. So offensively, that was probably our most glaring issue. And we always want to get our run game going with Colton and Reese. So that was something that we tried to get going as time went on. And we were able to do that a little bit, but certainly, what we did and how we executed, on Friday, both sides of the ball, three sides of the ball, honestly, it wasn't good enough for us to win.
Yeah, you talked about it at halftime last week. It just didn't look like Canes football that we've seen the last couple of weeks. 17 points off turnovers, of course, the 2 pick sixes, and defensively, I mean, for what the defense was given, it didn't look as bad as maybe the score indicated. A lot of short fields that the BHP Bears were playing with. But how do you get this group? I mean, they've done it, of course, this season. But how do you get this group to just kind of forget about it and look towards Woodruff?
Well, I think part of it is, you got to frame it in a way for the boys to understand that, we did some really good things. We set up our offense in certain ways, and we scored before halftime, we scored on the second drive with Hickerson, and we just cleaned up the penalty with the holding. We executed the punt before half the proper way, except we had a guy, lined up wrong, so we were in illegal formation. And, if you kind of point out the good things that they did, we can build on them, but we've got to clean some of those areas up. I don't think that the score, was indicative of, how tight of a ball game that thing really was. But unfortunately, the score matters, and, moral victories are not really something that at this point of the season you can hang your hat on. So while our defense played well, we still gave up 168.
Apologies that everyone couldn't hear the entire Anthony Freight interview, but quick explanation, this has been a big-time first year for him, as tonight the Canes and Wolverines will go to work. Canes beat Woodruff 39-7 in round 2 of the 3A playoffs in 2020, and tonight it'll be a chilly one, 52 degrees, 46% humidity as Ruiz kicks it off right side. The Canes will take it at the 25. Seth Hickerson looks to break some tackles. He'll be tackled out of bounds up past the 30. 11:53 here in the first quarter, and the man that leads the Canes trots out in number 4, the junior quarterback, Colton Bagwell, who has had a masterful season. As Austin pulls up his stats on the year, he's one of the first quarterbacks to have 1,000 since Jay Urick did in 2016. 1,003 rush yards, 1,089 pass yards. He's going to have to be big tonight. Reese Price starting running back in the backfield, and your 3 wide receivers look like it's Beneker, Hickerson, and I want to say it is Ethan Harkness standing in the slot. First down and 10 at the 32. They put Price in motion. He'll throw it out to Price, looking for some blocks. He cuts it in between them. He'll gain 4 or 5 up to the 35-yard line. And Keith, as you walk up to the press box.
A long walk to the press box.
Yeah, that should be a fun one tonight.
I hope so. I think our guys are ready. Coach Freight was upbeat, in a good mood, so I think we're ready to play football tonight.
Hopefully we are. Parker Bell is in at tight end, helping out that big offensive line the Canes are going to need tonight. As you see, the Wolverines have 3 down linemen. They're going to do that a lot as well. As Colton drops back, he looks to throw. He's got a big hole left side looking for some blocks. He gets past the 50. He runs over a Wolverine into Wolverine territory, and CB4 is cooking with a Tony's first down.
That's our strength right there. He gets in the open field. He can go.
Look at that pancake block. Looked like Cooper Sanders over there at left guard. 3 up top, no one down low. The Canes working quick, looking to score on drive number 1. They put Price in motion again. They'll go to the running back screen. He's tackled for a loss. The Wolverines read it. That was Micah Horton.
He's got a little bit slow.
Yeah, he's a name to watch. And that was a thing the Canes like to do last week. If they see something work, they are not shy to go back to it. So 2nd down and 15 at the 10:30 mark. The Canes opening drive just starting. If you're tuned in late, I know a lot of people are at home watching the Canes tonight because it is a chilly one. Big drive number 1 here in round 1. Bagwell takes snap, rolls to the bottom of the screen. He decides to run, goes right side, breaks a tackle. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage will make it 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10 in that range. Not a lot of holes cooking early, Keith.
No holes, but I think give us a little time to get a little rhythm going. I think we can open it up a little bit.
First drive all the way in Wolverine territory. Whitfield will check in at receiver. And they'll go empty set. 2 up top, 2 down low. Spread them out. Looking for 10 yards. Bagwell, he will throw. Got pressure to his left. Goes to the middle of the field. Parker Bell down inside the 25. The big tight end looking for that bigger role. He gets it here on drive 1.
And he dropped one last week, I believe, but this time he held on, and good game, good first down, and looked like maybe a little bit of roughing the passer, but maybe not.
Grayson Kemp comes in at receiver, and Price will check in at running back. Looks
official
like
timeout.
an official timeout. Oh, the Wolverines have a player down. We'll take our first break at 9:26. The Canes driving, 1st down and 10 inside the 25.
Thank you to C&M Garage Door Services for sponsoring the Wren Broadcast Network. Keep your garage door running smoothly. Garage door tune-up, springs, cables, gear kits, safety sensors, noisy rollers, and new installs. Quality work at a reasonable price. Contact C&M at 864-325-1517. That's 864-325-1517.
Back here in Piedmont, like I said before we left, the Canes driving inside the 25, getting close to that LLC Roofers red zone territory. Parker Bell makes the first big catch for the Canes, and the only other big play was Colton Bagwell on a 10-yard run, as they now have 1st and 10. Benneker comes in motion. They'll go to 5. It was big a week ago. Breaks a tackle up the middle. He's looking to break inside the 10 and does, up to the 7. And Reese Price was one of the only bright spots from a week ago.
He was a bright spot. He's been a bright spot every week, to be honest with you. Man, we got 2 guys that can flat run the football, really.
He's up over 1,000 yards on the season. Canes 1st down and goal at the 7-yard line. Bagwell, hand off to Price. He's got blockers in front of him. Cuts it up the middle. Touchdown. Reese Price puts 6 on the board and drive number 1 of round number 1 here at home.
Good start for the Canes tonight. Good start.
Big time start after what transpired a week ago, trying to put that in the rearview mirror and work here in the playoffs as a 2-seed Anthony Acevedo comes out to kick to try to make it 7-0. We take a look at Reese Price find the hole. He's been good about that the last couple weeks. Seth Hickerson on the hold for the Canes. Snap, kick up. In the cold, chilly weather of Piedmont, the Canes take a 7-0 lead, as we'll take another quick commercial break here in quarter number 1.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
On time and friendly.
Very pleased with Preferred. Would highly recommend. Prompt service. Technician was skilled, polite, and efficient with our plumbing issues.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Back here in Piedmont, Corey Moats is the return man for the Wolverines. Of course, number 3 tonight, you'll see him at the bottom of the screen when we kick this off. Corey Scott will be a name to watch if you're a Canes fan defensively. Anthony Acevedo lines it up. They've had some pooches throughout the season. Sidney Rhodes and that special team unit have got some tricks up their sleeves, as Acevedo will kick it off. It'll be a straight line drive, right side, right to Scott. And he'll look for a gap up the middle. He has one. He follows a couple blockers, breaks a tackle, and he drives all the way up to the 49-yard line. So that 3 I just talked about gives the Wolverines starting field position, Keith, but this defense has held this team together this year.
Well, it has, and plus we're healthy, a lot more healthy than we have been, so I think we're going to step up. I hope so anyway. I know Woodruff's got some team speed, but we do too, so should be good.
Looks like Nick McConnell comes out, and he'll be the quarterback if I'm not mistaken. Or TJ Morris, correction. Aiden Gibson, the freshman running back, has been a bright spot for Woodruff this year. Snap. Morris drops back looking to throw. He'll look for the running back. No one's out there in the flat, and he'll have a first down and a little bit more. Kirby finally takes him out of bounds. Alex McCrary also over there, first down and 10 inside Kane territory. Mentioned Scott and now Aiden Gibson. Those are the two to keep an eye on for this Wolverine offense. Second play of the drive already in Kane territory. Snap. Handoff looks like some trickery. It is a reverse. Morris looking to throw. He's going right side, has a guy. Overshoots him, but he goes up and makes a catch inside the 15.
Wow, good catch.
I want to say that was Gibson as well, as he pitched it and then ran the wheel. And it was. And that's a guy that Chester, Chapman, Broom know awfully a lot about. Handoff to the freshman. Right side, he's got a hole. The Canes collapse and take him backwards for only a gain of a couple. If there's Chapman, Chester, Broom fans watching tonight, sad to let you know you'll have to deal with him for 3 more years. This is a special freshman campaign. Over here in Region 2, we know a lot about freshman tailbacks. They'll have 3 in the backfield, 2 backs on each side of them. Gibson and Moats. Second down and goal. Handoff to Moats. Fumble. Morris picks it up, but the Canes are right there to stop him for a loss.
That's going to make it a big third down now.
Third down and right on that 10-yard line for a 3rd and goal. Let's watch the replay, see who finally got back there. Looks like McCrary dove at the legs. Ethan Moody's in there. Founders 3rd down for this Canes defense. A big 3rd down here on drive number 1 for the Wolverines. Canes faithful that are here tonight trying to get behind them with the student section. Morris shotgun. Moats and Gibson in the backfield trying to get the Canes to jump. Late snap. He'll drop back, looking to go corner end zone. The Canes are there. He overshoots him. 4th down and a decision for Woodruff on drive 1.
Kirby over there on the defense.
And here comes the kicking team. So the Wolverines looking to settle for 3 with 6:41 to go. The kickoff earlier was Josh Ruiz. Looks like it's going to be the same here as well. A 27-yard field goal. The Canes defense, if you can get a stop here, a block, a miss, would be big time. Ruiz from 27, snap high, hold down, kick up. Looks to be right down Broadway and is.
It's good.
The Wolverines respond with 3. The Canes lead and get the ball. We return with 6:41 to go here on the Wren Broadcast Network.
Here at Cox & Cole Attorneys at Law, we've got 2 attorneys, West Cox and Lee Cole. We handle real estate matters, closings, and real estate litigation and probate, trying to bring compassion to those that we serve and our clients.
Give us a call anytime. Our number is 864-847-9289.
Founders is committed to community involvement within our schools and student athletic programs, and it's a commitment we continue to establish, embody, and embrace for the long haul. Because at Founders Federal Credit Union, we understand how busy your day can be, and worrying about your financial matters shouldn't slow you down. So go ahead. Keep cheering your team on to another win. After all, you've got enough on your plate. Relax. You're with Founders.
Ruiz on the kick. He's setting up like he's going to onside it towards the gap on the right side. Kemp's back deep to return. Let's see what the Wolverines do. It'll be a deep drive right side. Hickerson tells Kemp to come up and get it. He does off the bounce, looking for some blocks up the middle, trying to bring it close to you. Makes a move.
Good move.
Up to the 21-yard line, steals a couple yards. Haven't seen him on a kickoff yet, but I know 22 is dressed out tonight. Don't know if I noticed him there on defensive drive number 1, but you should see the return of Tyler Morgan throughout the night. Probably going to try to ease him in early. But Keith, that first drive, Colton Bagwell looked like Colton Bagwell.
He looked great. Price looked good. Offensive line looked good. They had some big holes for our guys, so I hope we continue right here.
See if they can reenact it. First down and 10. Bell motions closest to you. And off to Price. He'll go up the middle looking to break a tackle. Breaks one, but can't break the second one. He'll gain about 4 or 5 up to the 25-yard line. Of course, Logan Dew down there on the sideline with the sideline cam. And this main shot brought to you by Ethan Mayfield as the Canes look to go quickly. QB draw to the bottom of your screen. He breaks it back towards the middle of the field, gets up close to the 30. Right on the line.
A little bit short, maybe. About a half a yard.
They will mark it a first down, though, by the head official. That opposite line doesn't think it's a first down. Woodruff players don't think it is either, but the Canes going fast. QB draw up top this time, looking to get blocks around the edges. The Wolverines are able to get out there and make a tackle, but not before Bagwell gains about 4 more.
We'll take 4 yards a clip. That'll be great. We'll take it.
That's why I talked a little about pregame. This Canes offensive line has to be big tonight. Wolverines want to have 3 down linemen. Take advantage of it.
Well, this is a normal size football team we're playing tonight, to be honest with you. Normal size. Bagwell,
hand off to Price. He'll cut it up the middle, looking to gain 4 or 5 more. And he does up to the 40, makes it 3rd down and 1. And 3rd down and 1 doesn't sound so bad when you're going for 4 or 5 a pop, Keith.
No, it doesn't. But like I said, we've been playing some big defensive linemen. It's been tough on our guys, but I think we're going to match up pretty well tonight.
5:40 to go here in quarter number 1. Wolverines trying to figure out which way they want to go. Bagwell says it doesn't matter. I'm keeping it for 1, maybe even 2 to make it 1st down and 10. And Tony's 1st down and 10 for this Canes offense. We've said that a couple times tonight, Keith.
Yes, we've already got about 5, I think. Is that correct?
It feels more than that.
Might be more.
1st down and 10, inching towards the 50-yard line. Snap, he'll drop back to throw, goes the out route. Parker Bell catches it. He gets into Wolverine territory up towards the 45. 1st down again for 87.
Tight end's been big for us.
Yeah, you see this, Bagwell, that's his first read. He's looking for the out route. And, man, it's hard to bring down 87 when he gets in motion. 2 up top, 2 down low. Bagwell once again shotgun. Drops back, looks at the out route once again, rolls up top, has a man in the middle field, decides to run. Gains about 3. You saw Grayson Kemp kind of opening up there in the middle of the field. Bagwell's did that a little bit last week where he had a couple of guys open. He decides to run.
Sometimes it's difficult to see, though.
Yeah, just got to hold on to the football.
You have 900 pounds chasing you, it makes a difference.
2nd and 7. Bagwell rolls out to the bottom, throws it behind the shoulder of Grayson Kemp. What a catch, 17.
Great catch.
We haven't heard 17's number since about week 2, week 3. He's making a big impact here in round 1. So you see this back shoulder throw, anticipation, they say.
That's a good catch.
1st down and 10 and driving on drive number 2. Hand off to 5. He's got a hole right side, breaks the tackle. He's inching towards the 15. 4:25 to go and couldn't ask for a better start offensively.
Pick up of about 8 on 1st down.
Yeah. 2nd and
2.
Zone. Down to the 15. Bagwell right back to 5. No, he'll keep it. Trips on his own laces, but he'll get a 1st down and 10 inside the 13-14. As maybe if he keeps his feet there, it's a walk-in touchdown.
Yes. Yep, 1st down.
Again, in the LLC Roofers red zone. Carson Bryant's been big in the red zone. See if they look to a receiver or keep it on the ground. Snap. Hand off to Price. He cuts it up the middle, breaks a tackle. What a move! Number 2 for number 5. Reese Price makes it 13-3 in quarter number 1, Keith.
Great start first night, mixing it up a little bit. Price is looking good. I'm telling you, he's looking good.
That was my 3rd point of the pregame show. Be who you are. Tonight, the Canes are being who they are.
We're runners, that's for sure.
Anthony Acevedo, as you see, Price just one-cut touchdown. Acevedo, number 19, will come out to make it 14-3, hopefully, and there's a flag. Ken will keep you updated throughout the night from teams around the region, from scores, of course, the halftime report. And post-game show will let you know if the Canes win or lose, who's playing who, and where everyone's going. As Acevedo will back up 5 yards and might have to redo it. Daniels up 3-0 over Blue Ridge in quarter number 1. That's the game that everyone over here is keeping an eye on. That kick is up and right down the middle. 14-3, the Canes lead at home in round number 1.
Introducing MileWise, exclusively from Allstate. A pay-as-you-go alternative to traditional auto insurance, meaning you only pay for the miles you drive. It's that simple. Who is MileWise for? Retirees or loved ones that don't drive like they used to. People that have company cars and do not drive their car too often. Teenagers or young drivers in your household that barely drive their own car. Families that have multiple cars where one of the cars is usually sitting unused. Or work-from-home individuals or low-mileage commuters that have a
Back here in Piedmont, you see the student section go to work. 14 push-ups, that's big time down there, especially in the cold tonight. It's a whiteout here in Piedmont. A special night here at home, year 1 of the Anthony Freight tenure to be a home playoff team.
Home playoff team. Well, we're getting used to home, and we're getting used to playing in November, so we want to keep it going.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
November football is great. It's just a bonus.
Yeah, good start here. 14-3, Acevedo takes a wide shot at that football and pooches it to the 30. The Canes are down there, but they got to make a tackle. That hole opens up, but a Cane quickly fills it. And not as good field position as the first drive, but they're still up past the 40 as TJ Morris and the Wolverines look to try to match the Canes drive for drive. And Keith, so far tonight, that looks like it's going to be a tall task.
It's going to be a tall task, but I tell you, if we can just hold them to 3 points every drive, I'll be tickled to death because it looks like we might get sevens.
Keith, if we follow your game plan, I think we win tonight.
I think we're going to win anyway.
First down and 10.
I
Morris.
always think we're going to win.
No bias up top. 332. Puts his man in motion. Canes D-line looking to get back there. Hand off to Gibson. Can't tackle him instantly. He gets up close to the 50. And Gibson's already got his fingerprints on tonight's ball game. Second down and 3. Morris stands all alone. He'll bring in Moats to the backfield. Snap. They'll hand it off to 4. Cam Sanders was back there, couldn't bring him down. The Canes finally do. It's going to be close.
I believe he's got a first down.
Head official has his hands up. Right on that line. They were quick to give the Canes one a while ago. It looks like they're going to want to measure this one with 2:46.
While we got a second, if you want to have some fun, basketball's fixing to start.
That is 100% correct.
You know what it's like. It's great. Coach Campbell's ready. Want to give a shout out to his wife. She's been sick this week. Hope she's feeling better. But so excited basketball's fixing to start. And I tell you, we got a good team, a state champion coming back. And I think we're going to be really good.
Boys and girls, 2 state champion teams. The girls didn't win it, but they went looking to redeem themselves as the Wolverines go back to work. Fake handoff, they roll out. Moody's coming to get the quarterback. He throws it right behind him. Looks like it's going to be a first down by a yard. That caught by Cam Taylor, the tight end for the Wolverines. And as Keith was saying, I know a lot of people are going to want to show up and show out. That place is going to be packed. If you can't make it, you can always tune in to home basketball games as me and Austin and Ethan broadcast those. Abijah Franklin, a must-watch here this season in Piedmont. 2:25 to roll. Morris in Cane territory. Puts Scott in motion. They'll jet sweep it. Kane's got to get outside. Moody's blown up on a block, and Scott gains about 8 or 9 more.
That's another first down, yep.
They will give him the first down if the official on the bottom is in charge, and it is. This drive looks a lot like the first one for Woodruff, but the Canes made a stand and held them to 3.
Yep.
They'll check in and up back in Hunter West. He'll spread out. Looks like he's going to go down to the bottom for Woodruff. So Gibson and Morris all alone in the backfield. Canes look like they want to bring pressure, see if they do. Motions out Gibson. They throw it out towards Alex McCrary. Gibson makes a move. The Canes wrap up. Titus Sessions is there at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss of 1.
Yep, Morgan over there. Guy stayed at home, so did a good job.
I thought maybe McCrary is going to get beat by the freshman, but Sessions was quick to be there to help him. Makes it 2nd and 11 with 1:40. A good first quarter for this Canes team trying to bounce back after last week.
Woodruff's doing a nice job mixing up their play calling, too.
Very smart offensive unit so far tonight. Using the Canes' aggressiveness against them. High snap. Handoff to Moats. Can the Canes get back there? Makes a move on Moody. He gets out to the edge, breaks a tackle. He's got a first down all the way inside the 15. Every single play has been, can the Wolverines beat one man? And so far tonight, they've been able to do that.
Yeah, they're getting to our second tier pretty easy.
That time, Moody was the one standing in the gap. Moats just put a move on him. First down and 10. Put a man in motion. High snap
Another
again.
high snap.
Canes are in the backfield. Jacoby Dukes. Number 12 shows up and gets in the backfield for a loss of about 5.
Deja vu on the last drive, too. Bad snap.
Canes look like they're going to bend tonight, but once the Wolverines have gotten in the red zone, it's been a whole lot of nothing as we're inching inside 33 seconds. 2nd and long. Morris probably going to have to go to the air here pretty soon. Takes a snap. Canes are bringing pressure up the middle. He keeps it. Sanders falls on him right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 15. You see a view from Logan Dew. Looked like he decided not to hand it off. Kept it. Canes have been able to get in the backfield quickly on the read option. That's the end of the first quarter. Canes 14-3, and we come back. The Wolverines have a 3rd and 15 here on the Wren Broadcast Network.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
On time and friendly.
Don't wait. Call Preferred Home Services today to schedule your Precision 21-point HVAC tune-up for just $59.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
What would tomorrow look like if you sold your house today? Maybe you'd move to a new city or a new country. Maybe you'd pick up birding or birdies. You could get into wine, not that into wine, or skiing, warmer skiing. Or maybe you'd spend more time doing nothing at all. When you're ready for whatever comes next, we'll be ready to help you get there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Back here at home, Keith, not a better start. We talked about it a couple times. As defense here, though, 3rd and 15, big-time stop.
Yeah, we need to stop here, at least hold them to a field goal. Hopefully nothing, but if we can get a big stop here and get the ball back, I feel confident we can take it back down the field again.
This is a position where maybe you try to make a decision if you split it in half, because obviously it doesn't look like tonight you're going to be able to beat the Canes if you're not scoring touchdowns. They're having a little talk at the line of scrimmage with the captains. 3rd down, Founders 3rd down for the Canes defense. Student section and Canes faithful trying to get behind them. They'll back up Brandon Kirby in coverage. The Wolverines need 15. High snap. He'll have to throw it. Throws it out to Moats. He's got blockers in front of him. He's tackled down inside the 5 right at that first down marker. He looks like he's going to be half a yard short if the mark on the bottom is correct. But either way, more than likely a kind of go for it situation. Looks like here comes some big boys. 4th down and 1. Canes defense can kind of flip the switch and take over this football game early. Looks like Moats is in there. Corey Scott is in there. Trey Rogers lined up as a blocker. Morris will go under center. Puts a man in motion. Snap, handoff right side.
Oh, I don't know
if he get there?
I don't think he got it.
It's going to be the mark. I don't know. They mark him at like the 3.
Generous mark.
I think the forward progress got him there.
I don't like the mark.
That first push looked like it was 2-3 yards maybe, and then the Canes pushed him back. You see there, almost a whole yard past it.
Okay.
14-3, but the Wolverines threatening with 11 minutes to go. They'll bring Morris back out there and put him in shotgun with Gibson. Canes defense has been good in this position here early. Can they get another stop? Snap, handoff to Gibson up the middle. Canes defense stands tall at the 1. They're still letting them go.
Blow the whistle at some point.
No whistle blown. I think they're going to have to give him a touchdown. If they don't give him a touchdown, I would be upset if I was a Woodruff fan because I don't think I heard a whistle. But they're going to mark him. No, they're going to give him a touchdown. Forward progress was stopped for a hot minute there at the 1.
I mean, it took a while to call that. I mean, you got to, when they stop him, you got to blow the whistle after a few seconds.
As Logan Dew says every week when he walks up here, you are never truly baffled by the officiating that we see sometimes.
Forward progress has stopped.
Yeah, I don't.
You know.
Bad thing about high school, can't do anything about it now. 14-9, Ruiz out for the PAT. Snap down, hold, kick up, high and good. 14-10. The Wolverines respond on the road. The Canes looking to make it 3 for 3. When we come back here on the Wren Broadcast Network.
Congratulations to head coach Amy Godfrey. She was named the SCHSL Coach of the Year for all classifications as she won 3A Region 2, the Upper State Championship, the State Championship, and South Carolina Volleyball Coach of the Year. She will be recognized at the annual awards dinner this July.
Back here is some updates from around the way. Daniel up 5-0 after getting a safety. And shocker alert, Palmetto is beating the number 1 seed Clinton Red Devils 6-0 at the moment. So the Mustangs trying to put 3A on notice on the road. Quick pooch, looks like it's going to take a bounce. The Canes come up and take it, looking for a block at the 30. Doesn't get one, he'll be tackled right there. That's Seth Hickerson. But this Canes offense, Keith, has been unstoppable so far.
So far, we've been unstoppable. We can't afford a turnover right now, that's for sure, because we're not doing a very good job of stopping them right now.
Colton Bagwell, 3 for 3, 42 yards passing. And, of course, Reese Price is the name tonight. 7 rushes, 49 yards, 2 touchdowns. Colton trying to match him, 7 rushes for 43 yards himself. As I just said, this Canes offense has looked like a world beater here in quarter number 1. See if they can keep it rolling in quarter number 2. As Bagwell comes out in shotgun. Bell motioning down and then back up. Snap, handoff to Price. No, he'll keep it. Look to throw. Seth Hickerson's breaking open. Overshoots him by half a yard.
Man, we had a touchdown.
You can tell Hickerson kind of shuffled his feet there for a second on the break. You're not going to be able to see it here, but Bagwell just a little too far, and in my opinion, it's the shuffle of the feet at the 50 If he's
Boy,
just
that's 6.
breaking open full speed, I think he runs under that one. And those are the throws we've been expecting from 4.
I'd like to go right back to the same play.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of Canes fans said last week. It just didn't happen. Snap, handoff to Price. He'll go back up the middle. He looks like he's going to gain 5 or 6. He's still fighting. The Canes don't hear a whistle. They're going to keep pushing down to the 40. And that will be a first down. Hey, if they're going to do it, we can do it. They get a touchdown, we get a first down.
I don't want them to get in a draw. Slow.
First down and 10 up at the 40. Those Canes have, Padermo is riddled with shots deep and downfield, but he likes to take his chances in big moments. Canes, now we're going to drop back and throw. Bagwell drops back. He's got a wide open guy at the top of the field. Caught. Carson Bryant, 20. He's going to hit the 15, trying to make a move. 10-5, walk-in freshman. Touchdown. Carson Bryant. Colton Bagwell finally found him. And 13 takes it to the crib. 20-10, pending the PAT. Anthony Acevedo will walk out, and this Canes offense, as you see 13 go to work. He hits the 15 and says, nuh-uh. Tripp says he's going to roll it all the way back and give you a sideline view. Finds Carson Bryant. He gets down to the 15 and says, I'm gone. PAT up and good. Keith Ausburn, what a time to walk into the studio.
Man, after coming out here cold, I think I should have just stayed in the truck in the heat.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have Ausburn back in the booth. Evans down the sideline with 9:47 to go.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Check. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh?
You got no game. Dude, that's a foul.
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Back here at home. On mute, Keith Evans as he walks down to the sideline. 9:47 to go. Of course, I gave you some updates earlier. Dorman's beating Burns 7-0. Pattersville's losing to Chester 12-0. As Acevedo looks like he's going to get things rolling. And he will. A little onside kick. Can the Canes get there? Takes a high bounce. The Canes make a big hit, but the Wolverines come down with it. And Keith, I know you listened on the way here, but anything you saw that you piques your interest tonight?
Yeah, just basically I was glad to see our offense moving the ball this week. Last week didn't get us down, and then just moving the ball.
Yeah, they've looked like world beaters so far. 21 points here in half number 1. But the Wolverines have been able to drive the ball themselves as they've got inside the red zone 3 times tonight. 1st and 10. Morris puts Gibson in motion. Brings the receiver in motion. The Canes look like they're going to try to get in the backfield. It's going to be a screen out to the top. He'll get into Cane territory. That's as far as he gets.
Yeah, this will be a good game. Woodruff's always been known to have a great team. And to see these two go head-to-head, it's going to be good.
Yeah, 2 things me and Logan Dew talked about earlier. This is a two-way powerhouse earlier in the decade or so. They move up. Now they have to play the teams of such like Wren and Daniel and all these big 4A teams that were. 2nd down and 4. Moore stands in shotgun. He's going to keep it and look to throw. Canes are in the backfield. Can they bring him down? No. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. He's got a 1st down and a little bit more.
We've seen that a little bit last week. It's like, we were there on the quarterback or either there on the back and just overshoot him.
Couldn't bring him down. The return of 22 tonight as he stands in that middle back safety. As they have 4 safeties back there. Of course, Brandon Kirby will step up and play a little corner, and Sessions on top will as well. But good to see 22 back out there. 1st down and 10. Wolverines offense back in Cane territory. Hand off to Gibson. Canes are in the backfield. Pedro's tracking him down. McCrary's going to help out, and the Canes get another loss.
Yeah, so I heard that coming in. That just put a smile on my face having Morgan back.
Yeah, 22's battled all the way back. He's missed some of the biggest games here in his junior season, but can't miss it when it's home playoff time.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, he's got to be feeling it here in the cold. 2nd down 11. Morris will bring Moats into the backfield. It's getting colder as the seconds go. Handoff up the middle. Moats has got a big hole. He's going to get down inside the 35-yard line, make it 3rd and a little bit more manageable.
I think that was Morgan up there on that tackle bringing him down.
You can always tell when 22 hits someone. Of course, for tuning in, don't know a lot about the Canes. His brother's over at Wofford. 49 degrees here tonight, as Austin just showed me. It's going to dip a little bit more. Founders 3rd down and 2. Morris, empty set, brings Moats all the way back. Snap, handoff to Moats. He goes left side. Can the Canes bring him down? It's going to be close. He gets right to that 1st down marker. Looks like he's going to be about half a yard short.
He's walking up to where he puts him down. It's short.
It's been questionable, some of these marks tonight. Glad you haven't had to witness that. 7:25 to go. Canes with another 4th down opportunity. Morris stands in the shotgun. Canes faithful behind him. He runs up to the line of scrimmage. QB sneak. The Canes stuff him, but he reaches out.
Yeah, I think on the 2nd try he got it over.
It looked like the Canes defensive front have kind of stuffed everything up, but as Ausburn just said, that little 2nd reach got it for him. Wolverines keep it rolling. 1st down and 10. Every time in this football game, at least here early, we thought the Canes kind of can creep away here in the first half. The Wolverines respond. Morris with Gibson and Moats in the backfield. Snap. He'll drop back to throw. Goes to the middle of the field. Canes are there.
Flag down, too, in the backfield.
Pedro was in coverage. We will check that flag from Evans on the sideline.
Yeah, I think he would have had that ball if it hadn't been for him trying to take off running.
It's going to be holding against the Wolverines, so makes it 1st down and 20, so win-win there. I don't know if you were here. Maybe you got out of your truck before you got. Palmetto is beating Clinton at the moment. 4v1. I don't know if I've ever seen a 4 seed beat a 1 seed.
Well, you said it last week, to be a 1 seed, usually they fall down.
Yeah.
They don't get too far.
1st down and 10. Snap is high and to the right. Drops back, throws a screen. Canes don't have the numbers there. He's going to get almost all that flag yardage back and a little bit more. That's Nick McConnell.
That was a good job on their quarterback. Turn around and throw it back over their shoulder.
Able to throw over 3 Canes at the line of scrimmage. TJ Morris has definitely shocked some people that haven't watched Wolverine football this year. 2nd down and 5. Gibson to his right. Snap. Hand off the 32. The Canes don't have the edge. He's going to get close to another 1st down. So a 1st and 20 has already dwindled to another 1st down.
Thought you threw another log on the fireplace before I got up here.
Logan Dew said, if we come back here, we'll get a heater up here. And I was like, I think it's a little late. 6:14 to go. Snap. Hand off to Gibson left side. The Canes are out there this time, but they can't bring him down. They finally do. Short gain of 2. I think Austin just showed me Clinton has responded to make it 7-6 over there as the Red Devils look to win at home. I said in pregame show that is a favorite to kind of take this entire 3A upper state. Seneca up on Broome. BHP, of course, winning over Emerald. Snap, hand off the pitch. Canes can't tackle him instantly. He's going to be able to roll close inside the 15. I think that was Corey Scott. That it was, the aforementioned name to watch. 3rd down and 4. Canes defense hasn't been able to do it a lot tonight. Need it here. Founders 3rd down. Morris will go shotgun with Gibson to his left. Canes defense with 3 hands on the line of scrimmage. Scott goes in motion. Morris will look to throw. The Canes are in the backfield, can't bring him down. They'll go to the end zone. Kirby's there, overshoots him. Incomplete.
Flag down in the backfield.
Looks like it's going to be a hold. So they will more likely decline it, but Brandon Kirby, Keith, has become a no-fly zone over here on the bottom.
He is. He's awesome to watch once he gets out there, and especially under pressure.
Really tall and lengthy for a high school corner. It's a lot to deal with. It looks like the Canes are going to back him up, probably because Woodruff's shown they can make field goals tonight.
Well, they can make field goals, and so far they've been able to run the ball. So
makes it 3rd down, and if you stop him here, makes him a little bit more of a decision for the Wolverines. Wolverines in a big play. The Canes looking for a Founders 3rd down stop. 3rd and 14. 2 up top, 2 down low. Canes can get the ball back and hopefully go score and break this one open. Timeout. Woodruff will figure it out when we come back. Canes up 21-10 here at home in round 1.
When you hear funny noises like that,
Joker, 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 joker.
like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services.
Back here in Piedmont, Alex McCrary looking for some noise. Canes defense looking for a stop. 3rd and 14 for Morris and the Wolverines. Canes look like they want to bring some pressure. Puts Gibson in motion. Snap. Canes are bringing pressure. He steps up in the pocket looking to throw. Throws in the middle of the field, almost picked. Corey Scott almost came down with it as well. But makes it 4th and 14 as everyone in the stands goes, ooh. You see a replay. Scott almost able to come down with that football. Now a decision.
Haven't seen the kicker come out yet.
He looked like he had a boomer too when he made that first one. This is kind of shocking.
I think they feel like they got to do something here.
Would be a 43-yard field goal. Canes defense looking for one stop. Try to get the offense the football back. Morris, shotgun. Canes might be coming. Snap. They only bring 3. They're in the backfield, though. Jacoby Duke's middle of the field. Moats, touchdown. Wolverines, with their backs against the wall, put up 6. And that is just something you can't let happen. As you see, Jacoby Dukes in a 3-man front, absolutely tracking the quarterback. Thought he was going to get there. And who would have known? But 4, the big playmaker, makes another big-time play. 4:07, it's still running. Anthony Freight's also trying to stop the clock because the Canes want the football back. 3:55 all the way down. If you watch the broadcast weekly, you remember that usually doesn't end up being a good thing down the stretch. They'll talk about it, more than likely try to fix this thing, try to find a time of what it was at.
4:16.
Anthony Freight talking to that head official. You see Logan Dew's right there. You gotta love the facial expressions from head coach Anthony Freight. He's like, guys, this only affects me. You've seen our offense play tonight? We need the football back. 4:16? We can get 2 scores in that time. Wolverines PAT inbound. As I said a while ago, the Canes offenses look like world beaters, but Wolverines not going away. Looking to make it a 4-point ball game. Snap. Canes are coming, but it gets away. 21-17. We come back. We'll give you some score updates, and of course, the Canes offense will go back to work.
When you hear funny noises like that,
Joker, 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 joker.
like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services.
Whether you've got slow drains or clogged drains, take advantage of our 93 or its free sewer drain clearing special. We'll even include a camera inspection and 1-year no clog guarantee.
Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Back here at home. Of course, Wren here winning. Hillcrest losing to Nation Ford. Easily tied with Midland Valley. Greenville up big. Blue Ridge only down to Daniel 8-0. That's a game to keep an eye on if you're a Cane. And Pattersville scoring to make it 7-12. And Clinton Palmetto still with a Clinton Red Devil lead of 7-6. That kick is up and deep. The Canes will step back and take it. Seth Higgerson at the 17, trying to use the speed to get to the sideline. He'll get up past the 35. That's where this Canes offense that's looked very good tonight. Keith will go back to work, and it all starts with 4.
Yeah, so been playing good tonight, and heard some numbers that good to hear tonight. Kind of fell in love with our tight end over there.
Parker Bell, man.
Parker Bell,
he's a fun one to watch run. Hand off to Price. He'll go right side. Gets a block from Parker Bell. He's still churning along for 4 or 5 more. That's something me and Evans talked about. You will never complain about this offense when they're able to run for 4 yards every single time.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's hard to moan about something like that happening.
He gets something right every now and then.
Second down and 5. Hand off to Price. He'll gain 4 more. And Evans, what were you going to tune in about?
I'm going to give Keith a pass, but he was late tonight, so that's a red card.
work called tonight.
Yeah, can't turn down work. 3rd down and 1 for this Canes offense. QB draw up top looking for some blocks. Bagwell's got the first down, looking for a little bit more as he wiggles his way into Wolverine territory with 3:20 to go. Canes trying to make this the last drive of the half. Ausburn, who do you think got the football first here tonight?
I'm going to take a gamble and say they did.
Yeah, you would be wrong. Hand off to Price as he gets all the way down near to the first down marker.
Late and wrong.
I just figured something would change since I wasn't here.
Yeah, it's true. You would also be wrong about that. You know how this works. If you win the toss, you take the football, you lose it, they'll give it to you. 1st down and 10. Keeper right side. Bagwell looking for a hole. He's got one. Can he turn the wheels on? 1st down and 10 inside the 20. And 4 puts the Canes inside of LLC Roofers red zone territory. Looks like the Wolverines trying to stop this clock with 2:43. The Canes trying to go fast. We'll take a quick break. The Canes driving up 4 with 2:43 to go.
Once upon a time, moving was stressful and far from a fairy tale.
How are we supposed to move our house and get rid of our junk?
But the big bad move was no match for college hunks hauling junk and moving.
Have no fear, the hunks are here.
College hunks did all the packing, moving, and unpacking for the family. They also hauled away the unwanted clutter to be properly donated and recycled. And the family moved happily ever after. Make moving and junk removal less stressful and more magical.
First down and 10, 2:43 to go. Woodruff thinking about using those timeouts to stop this clock. Canes trying to run it out. Bagwell, he'll keep it. Up the middle right side, breaks it out, trying to look for a block, makes a move. 5, can he make another one? Walk-in touchdown. CB 427-17.
Like he's special. A Heisman Trophy move right there for a second.
At this rate, we might start thinking about giving it to him. No one else in college football is going to win it. CB4 doing it himself. Here to take another 2-possession lead. You see him just get that block. One move touchdown. Acevedo looking to make it 28. High snap, gets it down. Kick up. Good. 28-17. We come back. The defense tries to cap off the first half with a stop. Here at home.
Thank you to Consolidated Pipe and Supply for sponsoring the Wren Broadcast Network. For all your piping supplies, business or residential, we do it all. Just give us a call. Consolidated Pipe and Supply, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, 864-964-9370, 1727 Whitehorse Road.
Back here in Piedmont, it's a party on top of the Federal Credit Union booth. Or maybe me and Austin just trying to keep warm, as it is cold. It's a party. 28-17, deep kick left side. They step up and take it at the 20. Canes are back there. Can they make the tackle? They finally bring down Corey Scott at the 31. And I was just telling Keith as we went to break, this was the worst field position for the Wolverines tonight. So hopefully the defense can capitalize off of it. And also Keith with 2:27. Freight could start thinking about taking some timeouts here.
Yeah, I think if we can get them on second down, I'll see it.
Also, I say that, I just watched the 4th and 15 be converted for a touchdown, so maybe not. First down and 10. Canes defense looking for their first stop of the night. Morris claps the hands and hands it off to Moats left side. He's got a big hole and some speed. Canes get off a tackle and make a, that is Titus Sessions, I think, who made that tackle after the first down.
They're going to be in a 2-minute.
Pedro looks like he's limping off as well. We'll get an update on that. Wolverines looking to go fast. He'll drop back to throw. He'll throw the screen. The Canes are back there. Alex McCrary, the outside linebacker, with a big-time play on 1st and 10. And that's a name I feel like Canes fans, Keith, have kind of wanted to see make those type of plays on the edges.
Yeah, to me, that's one of the spots where we've been weak.
Yeah.
It's over there.
There's a flag
on them.
Legal shift against the Wolverines. Should mark him. Whoa. Oh, he declined. That's what I was thinking he was going to do. 2nd and 11. But as I was saying, Alex McCrary's kind of been.
Need to flip the card over there. There we go.
Big time this year. He's finally get it situated. 2nd and 10. Morrison shotgun with 2 minutes to roll. Snap. He's got pressure in front of him. Ethan Moody, Jacoby Dukes. Canes are in the backfield. Finally bring him down. Ethan Moody is the last man on top of him. You see 3, watch this. Full speed into the backfield. Dukes maybe grabs him by the side of the face mask, and finally Champ Reeves and Ethan wrap him up to make it 3rd down.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he got him by the face mask or the neck, but either way it goes, he lost some yards.
Yeah, 1 minute, 30 seconds to roll. I thought maybe a timeout was going to be used there, but also this Canes offense is playing well enough of maybe you just take the 11-point lead in the half. We'll see. I'd say if it's 4th down and 50 seconds, they call one. Snap, handoff up the middle. The Canes are in the backfield, can't make the tackle. He's out in open space. Kirby goes for the legs and chops down the tree.
He got back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe one more.
4th down. And will they call a timeout? Freight is talking to the officials with 1:05. The clock is not running as well. Let's see. A long talk with the officials. Tuning in late. Canes defense looking for their first stop of the night. Woodruff scored on every possession, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and Woodruff will receive the second half kickoff. So this is a big time stand from this defense, Keith.
Yeah, I'm sitting there trying to figure out what he's discussing. Is it time clock or what? It's good to see our defense step up, though.
Yeah, that's the thing with 105. I just really, with how this offense has been playing deep ball wise, I figured a timeout would be called because you got 3 of them. This is not a go for it kind of situation for Woodruff. I don't think it would be with a minute to go. I don't think anyone called a timeout. False start on the Wolverines is declined. 4th down, that should run the clock. But it's not running. So I don't think the Canes are going to have to use the timeout.
Heard a whistle.
He blew the whistle, no clock.
All right, I just talked to CB4. We got enough time.
Yeah, I was hoping.
You give him a play to run?
That's not good. 4th down and 9. High snap. Punter goes up and gets it. Canes looking for a block. They'll step up and take it at the 25. And that same play is what cost the Canes a fumble last week, where not enough room to catch that football. But as Evans just said, 55 seconds. CB4 says enough time. Do they have enough time, Ausburn?
Of course.
I like the quick response. We'll see. Reese Price has been big in the run game. Colton Bagwell has looked perfect tonight. Carson Bryant, the freshman, with a big-time touchdown. Parker Bell with a catch in the first quarter. 102 yards for CB4. He's also got a rushing touchdown to his name as well tonight. Let's see what Coach Padermo's got cooking in the kitchen.
Empty backfield.
QB draw, bottom of the screen. He's got blocks in front of him, can't break it outside. He's still trucking up past the 35 to the 36. First down, 47.5 should stop the clock. But the Canes got to go fast.
They need to quit lollygagging.
Clock already running. Puts Price in motion. Snap. They'll throw the screen. Price only gains a couple. See if Freight uses one. He will. He'll walk up to the sideline official. 33.5. Keith, where are you looking in this situation if you're the Canes OC and Chris Padermo?
I'd like to see us take one middle field.
I think last week I talked about this in the interview with Coach Freight this week. It's Seth Hickerson is a difference maker with the ability to make moves deep. It's just got to hit him.
Yeah.
Last week, one gets called back for a touchdown. Tonight, he's breakaway. No one around him, and you miss him by half a yard. I think you put your faith in the fastest guy on the field, what's looked like this season. We'll see what the OC decides to do. He's the one walking them out there.
You know, we have had a couple this year, more than a couple, where we've had long touchdowns or long gains and then turn around and get called back on a penalty or either like hits them in the hands and then just drop the ball.
Yeah. Well, let's see where they turn to. 2nd down and 6. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Snap, handoff to Price. Up top. He breaks the tackle. He's got a 1st down. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. And now with 27 seconds, you got timeouts to take those shots we were talking about. But a risky run play that ends up benefiting you. 27.9. At the 47. Menaker in motion. Snap. He'll hand it off to
wide open
Seth Hickerson. Throws it downfield. Parker Bell caught. Can he wrestle his way to the end zone? Breaks the tackle. That's a big man in the end zone. Parker Bell strikes for the Canes with 18.8. And Seth Hickerson put it on a rope.
Like I said, I wasn't expecting all the fancy stuff in the back, but
Watch
right
this.
there in the middle.
Hickerson was wide up in the field.
Yeah, you see Hickerson drop back like he's Deshaun Watson. And Parker Bell says, "Get off me." Anthony Acevedo on for the PAT. High snap, kick up. Good. There's magic brewing in Piedmont. 35-17. Only seconds to go here in half number 1.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire.
Coming up, halftime report brought to you by the orthodontist. I'll give credit where credit's due. Keith Ausburn looked us dead in our eyes and said, "I'm attacking the middle of the field." But also, I want a little credit because I said Seth Hickerson. He didn't catch it, but he threw it. I feel like we can go 50-50. Let's see what Acevedo does on the kickoff with 18 seconds to go. It's a little dribbler left side into a gap. Dropped at the 25. Finally picked up. The Canes are there but can't make the tackle. He's finally tackled at the 30-yard line. The Wolverines will have 10.7 to work with. Oh, a swing of emotions here at home. As soon as maybe you thought, Woodruff's kind of battling back every time the Canes score. Woodruff scores in response, and the Canes said, we're going to pull away just a tad bit here as we go into halftime.
We said, you had enough time. So.
No, they had all the time in the world to run that one play. Snap, handoff to Gibson in the backfield. Trying to work his way left side. Looks like he'll run out the clock because he gets a 1st down. They'll stop it at 3 seconds.
Evans, is that the play you called?
Yeah, well, Blake called it first. He said something with Hickerson. He's got moved, so he had moved in the backfield and threw it deep.
Hey, at least Evans is giving me a little credit. I mentioned him. Now, if you'd have made me put bet money on it, I wouldn't say he was going to throw it.
Yeah.
But that's why Chris Padermo's the OC, and we're up here at the top of the press box. Either way, we'll take it because we're all winning at the moment. 1st down and 10. Morris takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. Gibson looking for some rushing yards to cap off the half. He gets the midfield. That'll run the clock out, of course. Keith Evans will have his halftime talk with head coach Anthony Frey.
All right, Coach, great display of play calling. Good football in the first half.
Offensively and really good things. Defensively, we really got to tighten down. We've given them too much, and we just need to get back to basics, I think, and make a few plays. But obviously, we're happy to be up and be in the position we're in. But we got to do better on defense.
All right, good job, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you to Keith Evans down there on the sideline. When we come back, we'll give you a halftime report brought to you by the orthodontist.
What would tomorrow look like if you sold your house today? Maybe you'd move to a new city or a new country. Maybe you'd pick up birding or birdies. You could get into wine, not that into wine, or skiing, warmer skiing. Or maybe you'd spend more time doing nothing at all. When you're ready for whatever comes next, we'll be ready to help you get there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Founders is committed to community involvement within our schools and student athletic programs, and it's a commitment we continue to establish, embody, and embrace for the long haul. Because at Founders Federal Credit Union, we understand how busy your day can be, and worrying about your financial matters shouldn't slow you down. So go ahead, keep cheering your team on to another win. After all, you've got enough on your plate. Relax. You're with Founders.
When you're ready to own it, our mortgage experts make it happen.
I was done with renting. Founders, they made my first mortgage easy.
We needed mortgage experts.
And more space.
More space? We were there once.
I didn't even know what PMI was.
We knew.
At Founders, they never charge PMI.
Never.
When it comes to your mortgage, Founders is more equipped than ever, and you'll never see PMI. From first-time buyers to seasoned homeowners, it's nice to work with a lender you can trust.
So you can relax.
'84 Lumber, now hiring Pittsburgh area manager trainees. Apply today and receive an $840 signing bonus.
Thank you to C&M Garage Door Services for sponsoring the Wren Broadcast Network. Keep your garage door running smoothly. Garage door tune-up, springs, cables, gear kits, safety sensors, noisy rollers, and new installs. Quality work at a reasonable price. Contact C&M at 864-325-1517. That's 864-325-1517.
When you hear funny noises like that,
Jogger, 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 jogger.
like that, it's time to call Preferred Home Services. We'll fix that too.
Contact us today to learn more about how we can help you with your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Welcome back here to the halftime report brought to you by the orthodontist, as we'll give you some scores from around the playoff bracket. Daniel up 22-0 over Blue Ridge at home. Chapman has pulled away from Crescent 45-0 in that game I talked about in pregame. That's going to be close tonight. Keep an eye on it. Chester winning at home 20-14, but they're expected to. But Pattersville's one of those 3 seeds to watch out for. But of course, as you see there in the middle, the Canes winning. BHP up 42-7 over Emerald. Pendleton up over Travelers Red 13-7. That could be an upset if the Devil Dogs can get cooking. And man, that third score is shocking to everyone in 3A. Clinton only up a point over the Mustangs, who were the 4 seed in the Canes region. And Broome Seneca, maybe not a game a lot of people thought would be close. The Seneca's kind of been down of late, but they're fighting. They're tied over there with the Centurions. Of course, we thank everyone for tuning in tonight. This has been the Halftime Report, brought to you by the orthodontist.
Thank you to our team physicians and athletic trainers for the excellent sports medicine care they provide to our school and community. St. Francis Sports Medicine and Bon Secours Piedmont Orthopedics. Together, we keep you moving.
Are you looking for a brand new home in the Greenville, South Carolina area? With so many builders and communities, how can you be sure you will get the best deal? Realtor Glenn Klinger specializes in new home sales. Glenn is new home sales and residential construction certified and an expert in new homes in Greenville. So why take a chance on missing out on the perfect new home? Call the Klinger team today.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals. On time and friendly.
Don't wait. Call Preferred Home Services today to schedule your Precision 21-point HVAC tune-up for just $59.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today?
Introducing MileWise, exclusively from Allstate. A pay-as-you-go alternative to traditional auto insurance, meaning you only pay for the miles you drive. It's that simple. Who is MileWise for? Retirees or loved ones that don't drive like they used to. People that have company cars and do not drive their car too often. Teenagers or young drivers in your household that barely drive their own car. Families that have multiple cars where one of the cars is usually sitting unused. Or work-from-home individuals or low-mileage commuters that have a short drive to work. Our agency would love to share more with you, so please give us a call today and see if MileWise is a fit for you and a loved one.
Here at Cox & Cole Attorneys at Law, we've got 2 attorneys, West Cox and Lee Cole. We handle real estate matters, closings, and real estate litigation and probate, trying to bring compassion to those that we serve and our client.
Give us a call anytime. Our number is 864-847-9289.
Thank you for considering G-Force for your parking lot project. Each G-Force location is veteran-owned and uses the latest and greatest Graco state-of-the-art equipment with onboard computers and laser technologies for perfect results every time. We hope you'll choose G-Force for all your pavement marking needs.
I'm your overly competitive brother.
Check.
Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh?
You got no game. Dude, that's a foul!
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Real mature.
Congratulations to head coach Amy Godfrey. She was named the SCHSL Coach of the Year for all classifications as she won 3A Region 2, the Upper State Championship, the State Championship, and South Carolina Volleyball Coach of the Year. She will be recognized at the annual awards dinner this July.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
On time and friendly. Very pleased with Preferred. Would highly recommend prompt service, technician with skilled, polite, and efficient with our plumbing issues. 5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services. These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
Thanks for calling Preferred. How can we make you smile today? I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals. On time and friendly.
Keep your septic system running smoothly. For a limited time, we're offering septic tank pumping for just $399. Call Preferred Home Services today to take advantage of this offer.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
Home Services. Go, 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 Preferred.
You want your day to be perfect, whether it's your wedding, prom, pageant, or homecoming. Demetra Designs understands. Voted best in the upstate, Demetra Designs is the upstate's largest full-service bridal emporium, featuring top designers for pageant, homecoming, and prom. Offering the selection of a major city retailer, from hair to makeup to photos, Demetra is committed to making all eyes turn when you enter the room. Visit our website right now. Print your instant Demetra formal wear savings coupon. Demetra Designs Bridal Emporium, Pleasantburg Drive, Greenville.
Thanks for watching the Wren Broadcast Network. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email Austin Tripp or Stan Yarborough for more information.
Piedmont, South Carolina. The Canes 35, the Wolverines 17. Acevedo to get us underway. It is still chilly, Keith, but Canes football is looking good so far tonight.
When you're up like this, it makes it not as cold.
That is true. I know by experience. Deep kick left side. Wolverines come up and take it at the 19. Looking for a hole out left up to the 30-yard line. The Canes finally bring him down. And Keith's defense finally got his first stop to close out the first half. Got to keep it going here to open up the second.
Yeah, our defense has usually stepped up when we need them. We're a second-half team, as you've stated several times in past games. And, yeah. So I'm sure Freight's talked to the defense and let them know that he was a little upset with them for not having any more stops than they have.
100% as Morris goes back to work for the Wolverines. He'll hand it off to that freshman tailback on play number 1. He'll gain close to 4. That first half, we saw a lot of people do their job, but none other more than what Parker Bell did in that first half, Keith.
Yeah.
You talked about tight end earlier. I know you were impressed from what he did.
So, yeah, I think he's my new favorite over there now.
A new number 1, 2nd and 6. They put Gibson in motion. Snap back. Canes are bringing pressure. He releases it barely in time, and Corey Scott gets a first down with a little bit more on 2nd down. But go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's good to see our guys get in the backfield, but it's like we need to slow down a little bit more, and then we can make some huge plays on defense.
I was about to say, it hasn't been a non-pressure thing. They've been in the backfield a lot on this quarterback. Just haven't been able to bring him down yet. I think one time with Ethan Moody. Snap. They'll fake, hand it off, throw it out. The Canes almost read it. McCrary, I think, ripped that football out. But Titus Sessions almost read that to perfection. Then they're going to give him the catch, 2nd down and 6 again. We saw Titus Sessions against the Bears last week be able to read that ball early in that first half and get that pick.
Yeah, he's starting it right now.
Yeah. Moats comes into the backfield. Snap. They'll hand it off to 4 right side. He'll have to go through a cane, but he'll be quickly denied to make it 3rd down. And that's the senior linebacker. You're not getting through a big dog that barks as loud as 3.
No, he ran into something right there.
Ran into a very feisty outside linebacker for the Canes, and now a Founders 3rd down to start this 3rd quarter. Approaching 10 minutes to go. Morris stands shotgun. Canes with 3 down linemen. They'll bring 3. Pressure late. Throws the screen. He'll have a first down and a little bit more up to the 40 as Sessions finally chops him down. That's been the Wolverines' go-to, Keith. Those little late screen setups.
Just like us. If it's working, keep on going.
Yeah, late. If you've watched Canes football in previous years, you know Jeff Tate liked to go to that screen game a lot. Seeing it work against you tonight. Snap, hand off to Scott. He'll get to the top of the screen. He's got some blocks, but the Canes are chasing.
A lot of holding over there.
I think some fans agreed with you down below. He'll get 7 anyway, make it 2nd and 7. The Wolverines come out here in the 3rd quarter and have kind of gashed the Canes a bit.
That's what they teach you. Keep the hands on the inside.
Worked for him that time. Put Taylor in motion, hand off to Gibson. He breaks a tackle and he's falling inside the 25-yard line. The freshman tailback has been as advertised for Woodruff here on the road. Also, this Canes defense, besides the 1 or 2 touchdowns tonight, it's been a lot of stiffening up here in the red zone for the defense. Even the 4th and long wasn't in the red zone. Snap. They'll throw it out to Gibson in the flat once again. Canes got to get the edge. They finally bring him down back at the 22. And he'll still gain 4 or 5 more. They've also turned to running or throwing the screen to Gibson as well. Morris back in shotgun, 2nd and 6, 7. Snap for Morris. He'll throw right side. Got a wide open man inside the 15. Moats breaks 1 tackle. Can't break the other. He's right on that marker.
What you think there, Evans? They got it.
First down nonetheless. 7:50 to roll. The Wolverines on a long and lengthy drive. Here to open up the 3rd quarter. Snap. Handoff right side. Gibson looking for some blockers. The Canes are back there. Bring him down around the 12-13. They're sticking to that game plan that we talk about a lot. If you want to beat the Kings, play the edges, get outside, and they're doing it here in this drive. 7:23. Morris and Gibson to his right once again. Trying to get the Canes a jump. Pedro thinks about it and takes a step back. Looks like the Canes want to play aggressive here on 2nd down. They do bring an extra couple backers. Champ Reeves is in the backfield with Alex McCrary. And 43 said he's got them all boxed up.
I got Wolverine down as of right now. Trainer's coming out.
That they do. As you see, the Canes bring the house. 43 the first one to get there, but McCrary quickly followed it up. 3rd and 16. They tend to the Wolverine. You said I thought Pedro may have came and he decided too late. You see the Wolverine go down. I think it was the side of Champ Reeves. And it was. We'll check in. We'll take a quick break when we come back. The Canes defense looking for a stop here in quarter number 3. Back here, and that is not a sight any side of this field wants to see. That's a very talented freshman running back that is limping off with help. And of course, the season that young man has had will not be forgotten over there for Woodruff Wolverine fans and one tuning in at home tonight. But I hope he's able to get back in this football game and help them storm a comeback. This Canes defense looking to make a stand here on Founders 3rd down and long. They'll check in Trey Rogers in the backfield. Canes have Pedro walked up in the middle. Jacoby Dukes is standing up without his hand on the ground on the edge, but everyone else kind of playing off coverage. Now McCrary will step back in more of a zone look. Snap, they'll only bring 3. Steps up in the middle of the field, has his man. Corey Scott breaks a tackle inside the 10 and a decision for the Wolverines.
They're about 1, 2 yards short. 2 yards short.
About a yard short.
4th down, 6:06. Dew's got the Evans cam on the sideline. Now zoomed in on that line.
I think you're right, Keith. It's about 2.
4th and 2. Morris, shotgun. Canes defense looking for a stop. Snap, drop back. Canes bringing pressure, throw the middle of the field. Did he come down with it? Yes, touchdown. Corey Scott, a name aforementioned in pregame, makes a big-time play on drive number 1 of the third quarter. I've talked about the freshman running back in Aiden Gibson who just went down, and Corey Scott, that other guy to watch, man in motion, just barely sneaks open. Looked like Seth Hickerson was the man in coverage there defensively.
That was a good pass.
Looks like the offense staying out there to go for 2. 23-35. The Canes will think about their defensive lineman after they see Woodruff set up offensive. We'll take a quick break. Come back, 5:43 to go here in the third. Disappointed in the cameraman. 23-35, the Canes defense trying to keep it at this score, pending a 2-point conversion. So make it a 10-point ball game. Morris stands in shotgun. Canes all spread out along the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. Snap. He rolls out of the pocket. The Canes are tracking him from behind, back in the end zone. Did he come down with that?
I think he got it.
He did. Moats with a big-time catch. Makes it a 10-point ball game with 5:43 to go. But, Keith, if you're a Cane fan tuned in, the offense is coming right back out onto the football field.
70-yard drive, thereabout.
You see the great Sidney Rhodes, the former Gamecock legend special teamer, back here wearing the blue and gold. His old man was pretty good in the blue and gold himself. At tailback. Here for the kickoff. Binnicker looks like he's going to be the deep man. Hickerson at the 15. And Isaac Wigington and Reese Price trying to decide where they're going. Wigington will go to the opposite side of Mr. Hickerson. Who do you choose between those three to kick it to?
I wouldn't want to kick it to any of them.
He said, I'm just not kicking it. I'm not kicking the football. We'll see what the Woodruff Wolverines decide to do. They'll pooch it high into the sky. Grayson Kemp will come up and fair catch it at the 25-yard line. And it hasn't really mattered where the Canes offense have started because number 87 tonight has been big. 3 receptions, 80 yards, and that man's man touchdown earlier, Keith.
He is, see that guy get his hands on the ball. It's going to be hard for one guy to take him down.
Yeah, it makes you remember a former Cane that's wearing the black and gold now up at App State, Eli Wilson. His glory days in the blue and gold. Bagwell puts Price in motion. They fake that running back screen. They'll go QB draw. And Bagwell will gain about 4 or 5 on play 1. And that's been it tonight in the run game, Keith. It's not gash play, gash play, gash play. It's 5-4, 4-5.
Yeah, if we get another score, we might get to see 6.
Yeah. Snap, hand off to Price left side. He tries to cut it more up the middle. He'll have a first down up past the 35-yard line.
Got held up by a tackle on that one.
Yeah, tonight the only people tackling 5 are the offensive linemen. He's trying to follow him. He's trying to get in that back pocket, per se.
Oh, sorry, that was our left. Right guard.
Hickerson, Binnicker Bell and looks like Kemp at the top of the screen are the 4 receivers. Could be Carson Bryant. Beneker in motion. Snap. They will throw it. Pump fake. He's got Beneker, top of the screen, finally hits him at the 40. He'll be dragged out of bounds in Wolverine territory at the 32. And they are abusing that motion all night tonight.
Good to see Beneker get that catch. If we had a little bit more speed on that ball, I think we would have seen a touchdown on that one. He had to wait on it.
Usually I don't see 4 underthrow guys. Snap, handoff to Price, works the middle. And this is probably the shortest gain of his night tonight, as he only gains 3. Also, last week, of course, Beneker drops the big play in the middle of the field, but he had a big week last week. 4 catches, 62 yards, maybe the biggest week of this season.
Yeah, glad to see that on him.
Bagwell stand shotgun once again, 2nd and 7. Snap, he'll keep it. He's going to go deep looking for Hickerson. Oh, he dropped it. He was walking into the end zone, and maybe he just thought about that sweet, sweet goal line a little too hard.
That's what I was talking about earlier. We get them, and it's just like,
Man. Colton Bagwell sure can sling them.
Yeah.
For everything that is talked about, his height, maybe some deep balls are a little off here and there. I just don't see it. The kid's got guts, stands up and makes a throw like that. 3rd down. He'll keep it right side. He's got a lot of room and a lot of blockers. He breaks it out, breaks a tackle. He's going to get up to the 12, 10-yard line for a 1st down for the Canes. In the LLC Roofers red zone. Colton says, you know what? You're not going to catch it. I'm just going to run it down there.
My ball.
Shotgun again. The Canes going quick. Snap. Handoff to 5 right side. He's looking for number 3. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown. Reese Price, he's gone for his 3rd touchdown of the night, 41-25. That 4-5 connection always seems to equal 6. You'll see this. This is what makes 5 special. That one cut. Watch him. Snap. One cut. Up the middle. He's gone. You're not tackling him at that point. Too much speed being built up. It's just physics, ladies and gentlemen. Snap. Kick up. Good. The Canes have stretched it out 42-25. 3:41 to go. We'll be right back here in the 3rd quarter.
Thanks for watching the Wren Broadcast Network. If you'd like to become a sponsor, email Austin Tripp or Stan Yarborough for more information.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
On time and friendly. Very pleased with Preferred. Would highly recommend prompt service, technician was skilled, polite, and efficient with our plumbing issues.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
Back here in Piedmont, Seneca's beating Broome. 3 beating the 2, 28-21. BHP's up big over Emerald. Chapman's up big over Crescent. Clinton only up 2 over Palmetto at halftime. And Chester and Pinersville only a 7-point difference as Chester has the lead. Deep kick left side. Wolverines come up and take it. That's going to be Corey Scott. The Canes are there as Wesley Reed makes the first contact, but Scott drags a couple of Canes up past the 35.
Yeah, it's good to see our neighbors playing good ball tonight. As we know, they're not going to give up.
Yeah.
Patriots. I heard y'all talking about it in the first half. Exceptional blocking by our offensive line, giving them that hole, cut back through, found it, and touchdown.
That's the key to this offense. That offensive line holds the keys to the Ferrari. It's their decision to start the engine or not. Handoff, number 1. Be outside the Moats. He'll have a first down up towards midfield at the 50.
We'll have one of those 5-yard Face mask, I believe.
He did. I saw him pull it out of his pocket as he ran down here. He's like, I'm going to throw that one.
That's all right. They didn't call the one for holding in the backfield, so.
Fan didn't like that one. 3:22. It is that 5-yard infamous face mask penalty. Keith's quick to call those ones. 3:22. Looks like Gibson is back in that backfield. Good to see the freshman back in the ball game.
If you're a Wolverine.
Snap. Hand off to him right side. The Canes are back there. Can they bring him down? They finally do. All the way at the 45. Maybe got one. Looks like Sistrunk and friends were coming after him.
Herbie over there on the tackle also.
Second down and 9. Morris and the Wolverines trying to stay in this ball game. They've been able to do that all night tonight. Every time they get punched, they respond with a punch of their own. Morris rolls to the top of the screen, has a wide open guy in the flat, and Corey Scott makes a move, but the Canes are there quickly.
Wow, he had a lot of open field over there. I didn't really see what happened. Scott down.
Yeah, Scott's a big-time playmaker, too. McCrary.
Looks like he's down.
That he is.
Flag on the play.
So third down.
Or at least on our screen. I haven't seen it yet.
Scott looks to be the man that's on the ground, and so that is two of the names as Cane fans you don't want to hear go down for the Wolverines. That's two incredible seasons for the Wolverines. .222, and Keith's defense has been put in the situation a lot tonight. Not a lot of stops.
No, 3rd and 20 earlier.
4th and 15, a touchdown.
So
3rd and 8 is not a. If you're a Cane fan, you would like to say, this is it. This is the stop that kind of seals this ball game here in the third quarter. You get the ball back, kind of chew some clock. You'd like it here.
Have we had to punt tonight?
I don't think anyone's had to punt tonight. Both teams have consistently driven down the field.
I missed a quarter, but
actually, I want to say that they're late in the first half. Woodruff punted once. And that one that I remember Hickerson catching on the sideline. It said he was a little close whenever they tackled him. I think that's the only time tonight we saw one. 3rd down and 8 for Woodruff. They'll go empty. 2 up top, 3 down low. Canes' pass defense has not been a must-watch tonight. See if they can get a stop here. Moats into the backfield. Snap, handoff up the middle. He's got a lot of yards before he's first hit. He's picked up. 4th down. I don't know if there was someone to catch him. He was going to more than likely catch a lot of that grass.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. No one in the refs. They probably threw a flag on that one.
4th and 2. Uh-oh, can this Canes defense finally get their stop? Morris. Wolverines trying to keep their hopes alive. Man in motion is Moats, or Taylor, correction.
Fans coming alive.
Wolverines going to think about it. Timeout, 1:27. The Canes faithful can feel it here in round 1. We'll be right back as the Canes trying to get a big-time stand here in the second half. Would you be shocked? First name on the field is number 22. Getting everyone lined up. It is so good to have him back at the back of that defense. He's going to ask his guys up front to go get a stop, though, right now. 4th and 2. Woodruff's been perfect tonight on 4th down. Morris, man in motion. They'll keep it. Got pressure in front of him. They throw it behind him once again. He's got a first down and a little bit more up inside the 30.
Same play.
That's the same kind of response from the Canes. They bring that late delayed blitz, and they just throw over the top of it. Can't blame the Canes. Pressure's been back there, but they're attacking where the pressure's coming from. That always seems to work out in the offense's favor. First down and 10. Morris, snap, handoff. The Canes are in the backfield. Fumble! Canes trying to be the first one to get to it. Gibson gets back to it. Nick Owens was the man that forced the fumble. He's been big all season long, number 24. And if Aiden Gibson, a man that was hurt earlier, doesn't go track that football, the Canes are all over. Now it's 2nd down and forever. 2 up top, 2 down low. Morris looking for some kind of passing lane. Canes bringing pressure. Steps up in the pocket. He's going down. Champ Reeves box him in 43. Second time we've called his name tonight.
Starting to see a little bit of our defense show up tonight.
That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll flip fields. The Canes fans can feel it here at home. 42-25 as we head to quarter number 4.
When you're ready to own it, our mortgage experts make it happen.
I was done with renting. Founders, they made my first mortgage easy.
We needed mortgage experts.
And more space.
More space?
We were there once.
I didn't even know what PMI was.
We knew.
At Founders, they never charge PMI.
Never.
When it comes to your mortgage, Founders is more equipped than ever, and you'll never see PMI. From first-time buyers to seasoned homeowners, it's nice to work with a lender you can trust.
So you can relax.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
On time and friendly.
Keep your septic system running smoothly. For a limited time, we're offering septic tank pumping for just $399. Call Preferred Home Services today to take advantage of this offer.
5 stars, thumbs up. We absolutely recommend Preferred Home Services.
Home Services. Go, 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 Preferred.
I would give him 15 out of 10 stars. He'll always be super satisfied with Preferred.
These guys rock their jobs and are consummate professionals.
On time and friendly.
Don't wait. Call Preferred Home Services today to schedule your Precision 21-point HVAC tune-up for just $59.
5 stars, thumbs up.
We too deep playing. Nope, no more commercials. 3rd down and long. Of Founders, 3rd and 25. Canes defense been itching for a stop. Gonna try to get one here. Snap, drop back. Canes bring 3. Reeves steps up trying to go get the quarterback. It's thrown low.
There you go.
It is incomplete. 4th and 25. Will the punt team come out? Doesn't look like it. So this could easily be the season. So we're atop the Founders Federal Credit Union booth. Blake Miller, Keith Ausburn up top. Evans Dew on the sideline. Tripp, Mayfield doing the rest of the heavy work. Canes defense trying to send the letter. Signed, sealed, and delivered here in the 4th. 4th down, more shotgun. Drops back to throw. Reeves coming after him again. Steps up in the pocket. No one's going to be able to chase him down. He's going to try to run for it. The Canes defense going to get there before he can get to the first down marker.
Yeah, I think the only thing he did there was just give the Canes a little bit further to drive.
Yeah, a little short half punt almost. The Canes defense gets an ovation from the fan base, and the group that has looked the best tonight will take the field. And again tonight, we have a battle of player of the game options, and me and Austin just made the executive decision. We're not going to do Co again. I feel like we repost it every week, but tonight Colton Bagwell's got a 100-100 game. Reese Price has 100 with 3 touchdowns again, but Parker Bell stepping up tonight. Snap, handoff to 5. He goes up the middle, hits a Wolverine and gains 5-6 more. You got any input, Keith, on player of the game so far?
I'm good.
He's the one to be impacted by this decision.
I see that or the whole offense.
Yeah, let's go offensive line. I like that decision. 2nd and 4. 11:20 to roll. Snap, handoff right back to 5. He breaks a tackle. He's got a first down and a little bit more. So you see that offensive line going to work tonight. And also that key of the game I had pregame, no mental mistakes. I don't think we've seen one tonight.
I started to say earlier, knock on wood, you're really seeing a lot of laundry out here tonight. So
it's been nice to see as a Cane fan. 1st and 10. Snap right back to 5 left side. They're going to try to feed him here down the stretch. He'll gain about 4.
Good little spin move.
A lot of bodies at the bottom of that pile. 10:45 in the 4th quarter. Canes with a 42-25 lead. Of course, I know it said Daniel's up big. More than likely you win here tonight. You go on the road to Daniel. Snap. Back to 5 up the middle. He's got a first down and a little bit more into Wolverine territory. Maybe Price trying to separate himself for player of the game. Maybe we can get his first 200-yard night. That'd be big time. As he looks to get his 4th touchdown tonight. Benneker goes in motion, snap. Right back to 5 right side. He goes to the edge, spin move. He'll only gain a couple before he's tracked down.
It's always good to play on a cool night, but boy, when you get hit.
I was talking about in the 1st quarter of Morgan being back out there. You got to ease him in tonight. Those hits are not going to be fun. Clinton up 21-12 over Palmettos. He's inching away. Snap. Handoff. No keeper. Left side. Colton Bagwell wants to get into the action. As he gains a couple. He's already got a rushing touchdown tonight. He's also up over 100 yards rushing. 3rd and 1. Long one.
Last week was a rough game. Had a lot of people whipping around and everything, so it's good to see that everybody coming back healthy tonight.
100%. Price looks like he's got a
forward progress. Should have got him a first down.
First down is yeah. You'd think so. This far ref looking towards it says a first down. It will be.
First down.
Ethan Moody checks in. I know preseason, Freight talked about how he wanted to get 3 of the football a little bit in the backfield. We haven't seen a lot this year. Let's see if they turn to him here. 1st and 10, up big. Here in the 4th, snap, QB draw, and they'll let him go block somebody. Flag. Yes, sir.
Or he can probably talk his way for 10 yards.
Also, there's 2.
Got Wolverine down.
That there is.
Not back up.
That's Micah McClintock down for the Wolverines. Got to check these 2 flags. Taylor Swift on the Ox here in Piedmont. We won't bore anyone at home with more Taylor Swift content that they already see on Sunday. Holding on the Canes, and me and Keith Ausburn will take full responsibility for that call. Feel like we jinxed them. It was going to happen eventually. It happens with 8 minutes and 49 seconds in the fourth, so we'll take it. 1st and 20. Snap, hand off the 3. He'll go left side, looking for a hole. Has one. Moody looking to turn the Jets on. He's dragging Wolverines inside the 15. And I don't know if you remember this, Keith. We'll watch replay last year. I think it was homecoming. They let 3 run it from the 25, and he took it to the crib to start the clock running. I only remember that because David Thompson was in my ear yelling, "Run the clock, run the clock." But Ethan Moody, man, when he touches anything on the football field, he affects it. 1st down and 10 in the LLC Roofers red zone. Snap, right back to 3 left side. Looking for a hole, has one. 3, touchdown, Ethan Moody. The senior linebacker turned running back. 8:12 to go. The Canes up 48-25. It's got to be a special moment for the senior. We'll see a replay. If you let this kid see daylight, I'm sorry, you're not catching him. Goodbye.
He had daylight.
He found it. Acevedo on for the PAT to make it 49. Kick up. Good. 49-25. The Canes have stretched it out to a 24-point lead here in the fourth.
Are you looking for a brand new home in the Greenville, South Carolina area? With so many builders and communities, how can you be sure you will get the best deal? Realtor Glenn Klinger specializes in new home sales. Glenn is new home sales and residential construction certified and an expert in new homes in Greenville. So why take a chance on missing out on the
.49 push-ups. Like Keith Evans got to do some of those along the way if we make it deep in the playoffs.
He wouldn't have as far to go
I
down.
think I can do it with you on my back.
You wouldn't have that far to go down.
All right, don't get personal, man.
Dropped on the kickoff. The Wolverines looking for a hole to run through. Breaks a tackle. Canes finally wrap him up at the 30. Man, I know this, of course, is a home game. If you go down next week, you move on. There's chances to get back home, but this is the last stretch here tonight with 8 minutes to go. I want to first off thank everyone for listening every single week, but also want to thank you guys. Keith Evans on the sideline, you up top, Ausburn, Austin doing everything he does graphically, and Ethan Mayfield on the camera, and then Logan Dew and what he's added on the sideline. But just, man, what a season.
It has been. Seems like for the biggest part, everything's worked for us this year. And so that's in part to you and Austin getting everything together, doing everything before the season, and traveling around and making sure everything worked during the scrimmages and everything. So
we all came together as a team and did it as the Canes get a tackle for loss. And guess who? Champ Reeves. He's trying to make.
After the season, Austin's going home with me. I got a lot of stuff I need fixed.
Hey, we'll all come together during basketball season. I was going to say Champ Reeves making a little statement there for maybe his player of the game. 2 sacks tonight. Tackle for loss. As they throw the screen out there, Reeves is jumping for it. Nick Owens is on an island out there. Titus Sessions finally knocks him out of bounds. Noah Ramey yelling about his case. Guys, I shouldn't have to make that tackle.
I was wondering why we hadn't heard Cam Sanders' name. I just looked down there a while ago. There's 3 or 4 guys on him.
They worried about him. we were also, Champ Reeves and Ethan Moody and them have been able to get pressure on the quarterback. Maybe it's because they're focusing so much on 44. Hey, that's what you got to do with a player like that. Snap. Handoff right side. The Canes are back there. Can they make the tackle? They do.
They smell blood. The defense is coming alive.
That they are. Trying to look for a number. Ethan O'Brien gets that tackle for loss, or tackle in general. 6:52 to go. 4th down and 4. 5. Austin Tripp says, I don't think it's 5.
I wonder what they'll try to run here.
Yeah.
Working for them most of the time.
Wouldn't be shocked to see one of those over-the-top screen passes. See if the Canes decide to bring pressure. 4th down, season. Hanging in the balance for the Wolverines. They'll throw it out to the edge. They have their guy. I think that's Corey Scott. It is not. Snoop Green. He'll have a 1st down to keep it alive with 6:18.
Player of the game. You gonna go back to the same two? I don't see how you can.
Me and Austin Tripp thought about it. We don't want to, but I think Reese Price is kind of edging him out here tonight. Colt
We ought to
Bagwell's.
give it to him. I think we ought to give it to him.
Yeah. Maybe it's 5's night to shine alone. Snap. Canes bringing pressure. Drops back in the pocket. Trying to get out of there. He can't. Uh-oh. The Canes are in the backfield. And we might have ourselves a player of the game on defense. Champ Reeves. 3 sacks. Man, oh, man. He got the eat of the touchdown club this week, and he's taking it personal. 2nd down and long. You know, Champ's whispering over to Cam. He's like, hey, thank you for taking on them triple teams over there. I'm going to go get the quarterback. See if he can do it again. 5:20 to roll. Shotgun for Morris. Reeves drops back in coverage. Middle of the field. The Canes are there. Bring him down instantly. That's Noah Ramey.
We're going to 5.
3rd down. I feel like Noah Ramey is a name we also haven't called a lot in the last couple weeks. He's a big-time ball player at safety for this Canes defense. Remember against Palmetto, he had that big-time interception. 4:40 to go. Wolverines just trying to end on some points. Snap, drop back. Throws it right side. Titus Sessions is there quickly. Make it 4th down.
Right there on the line.
Thought it made it 4th down, but as Ausburn said, it's right there. It looks like it's going to be short. 4th down and inches with 4:10 to roll. They leaned on the freshman running back early tonight. Morris gets up to the line of scrimmage. QB sneak. He has to bounce it outside, gets a 1st down, and Pedro finally takes him down. That'll keep it rolling, keep the clock rolling. Under 4 minutes. Of course, like I said earlier, I want to thank any Woodruff fans that tuned in tonight to watch the Wolverines play. Congratulations on an amazing season as this time rolls down. All the Canes fans that tuned in. 1st down and 10, drop back. Canes bringing pressure, steps up in the pocket. Dukes is collapsing, and he overshoots a man in Snoop Green in the middle of the field. I said earlier, more than likely they go on the road to Daniel. I will tweet out updates throughout the game, drive by drive. If you don't go, and you want to tune in to see how the game's going. Daniel up 49-0.
Yeah, Daniel has a history of not letting us film, so
yeah. More than likely not going to be able to. I say that Twitter thing to say more than likely not going to be able to broadcast. Of course, we'll find out. There's a false start, probably. As both Keys have talked about tonight. Basketball season quickly approaching. Canes men's basketball team got a very talented basketball team, and Ibiza Franklin, the new Legacy Charter transfer. They'll take on easily on the 28th of November. And that's not to forget about that girls team. Raina McGowan's returns and her redemption run to get a state championship ring as she fell oh so close in a loss to the number 2 player in the country and Joyce Edwards at Camden. It was going to be a hard test either way. Another false start. Second 15 turns in a second 20. A chilly night here in Piedmont, but I know Cane fans will tell you what I'm about to say. No other place you would want to be.
That's it. Die-hard fans come out tonight, cold.
44 degrees at the moment. You see a lot of Canes fans still battling through it. Students trying to battle through it. Looks like the Canes are going to do their part tonight and get a win for the people that have came out here and battled through it. Second 20, correction. Snap, drop back. Canes bring late pressure. Sanders finally breaks free, throws it middle of the field. He come down with that. He did. Third down a little more manageable. You see Cam Sanders finally taking that trot to the sideline and get some other names in there in the middle. Jacoby Dukes will split out wide to the edge. Snap, drop back. Canes are bringing pressure. They'll throw that screen to Moats. He'll break it out right side and get close to a first down, but still fourth down.
Went a little further than where I thought he did.
Yeah.
If we get the ball back, we're going to go to a freshman quarterback for this last drive.
Ty Davis, more than likely since the loss of Shep Wincott earlier in the season. You see guys like Mr. Jarabek, who had a pick early in the season, out there now for this defense. Young guys getting some playing time. Fourth down, snap, drop back. Pressure coming from the Canes. Tipped. Oh, I thought he tipped it, but it's caught for a first down. Looked like a freshman running back Gibson caught it. First down and 10 with 2 minutes to roll. So Canes under Anthony Freight in year one will at least get to round 2 in the playoffs here in 3A. And the only time to run. Snap, drop back. Canes bringing pressure again. Moore steps up in the pocket and he goes down. Pedro gets sack number 1 on his night. And I know a lot of people listen every week. Why do you just call him Pedro? Give us a last name. I wish I could. That would be disrespectful to Pedro's family of me butchering his last name. Moody checks out. Alex McCrary checks in. New father and Zach Pritchett takes the climb down the stairs. 1:34 to run. So you see Malachi happy tonight with his mom at home as the Canes are going to bring him a round 1 victory here in Piedmont. Stick around for the post-game show brought to you by Consolidated Pipe and Supply. Get an interview with Coach Freight. I'll give you player of the game and also scores from the Canes bracket and the opposite side of the bracket and stats from tonight. Oh my goodness. Looks like a penalty. Give the Wolverines first down on the 15.
I think it was conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
I don't know what it is. That ride to Daniel or that ride to BHP. Those were just 2 long rides.
And also feel longer if you don't win on the road. 1st and 10. Moore stands shotgun, drops back, looking to throw. Got pressure in front of him. Champ Reeves tracking him. Thrown to the end zone. He came down with it. Touchdown. The freshman running back. And Gibbs, Aiden Gibbs, makes it 31-49 with 1:26 to go. Told you pregame the freshman's a problem. He's done it twice tonight in the pass game. That doesn't look like a freshman running back. Mr. Ruiz out for the PAT. Talking about Daniel, I remember when I was in high school, we had made that trip. It was raining, it was cold. Hopefully not raining next Friday night. Kick up. Good. Only 1:26 to roll. Canes 49. Wolverines 32, correction. We'll be right back on the Wren Broadcast Network.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Check. Psych. Man, I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh?
You got no game. Dude, that's a foul.
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Ruiz out the kick. More likely going to have to onside here with 1:26 to go. Canes going to have to fall on it. See what happens. Fourth quarter, Canes can just run out the clock if they fall on it. Ruiz, quick dribbler. Canes come up and touch it at least. See if they fell on it. Those are hits you don't want to take here in the cold. Looks like Ethan Harkness comes out the bottom of that pile. And instead of a freshman, the man that started will cap it off. This junior quarterback in Colton Bagwell. And the man beside him, his dynamic duo, is Robin to his Batman, Reese Price. Snap. Knee down for 4. Me and Austin have still configured a player of the game situation. I'll give it to you in the post-game show. Maybe mentions a honorable mention. Second down with a minute to roll. Bagwell, of course, looking to the sideline to make sure he snaps this with a perfect amount of time to go. .40. That should be the last snap of the ball game. Ausburn, a complete game. Offense, defense woke up there in the second half, but just a good night.
It did. Can't really ask for any better of a game than what we played tonight. First half defense was a little rocky, but still stayed in the game, and there we go.
A cold and chilly one in Piedmont, round 1. Anthony Freight had a lot of firsts this year. Tonight, he gets his first playoff win in the blue and gold. The Canes will shake hands with the Wolverines of Woodruff. Of course, if you're tuning in to Woodruff fan, a great season from the Woodruff Wolverines here in 3A. Of course, that division and region was a tough one down the stretch. They're showing it tonight. We'll get Keith Evans with Anthony Frey after. But again, Thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight. Thank you to Team Wise for being a title sponsor. And, of course, stick around for Anthony Freight's interview with Keith Evans and our Consolidated Pipe and Supply post-game show.
Coach, first win for Wren as the head coach in the playoffs. Congratulations to you. Put it together on both sides of the ball tonight.
Them, they got a chance to get a game and win it. You know, I'm assuming we got to go play in our field again.
It'd be nice to play at home again. Good luck next week, Coach. Thank you a lot.
Of course, Keith Evans, always appreciated. If this is the last time, Keith, you walk up here, we thank you for your time every single Friday and your input to this team. And same to you, Keith Ausburn, as you all go home. And, of course, we'll reunite down the stretch in basketball season. But, again, another great year if we aren't able to do this again.
Just so you know, we have a little inside track for next week that we hope is going to work, so we'll find out.
Hopefully. Well, maybe the sad vibes can go away.
You know a guy named David Thompson?
So stick around and follow you.
Yep.
And we'll let you know whether or not we'll be on the air or not.
Who's player of the game?
Well, that is a question that will soon be answered here on the Consolidated Pipe and Supply postgame show. We thank you all for tuning in. I think me and Austin made the decision that it will be Reese Price, the preferred home and services player of the ball game. He gives you the reaction.
I hear you get a raise too.
Reese Price, 21 attempts, 141 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. You saw his reaction. He knew he got the player of the game. He said, Blake said my name up top. As he celebrates this playoff win here in Piedmont, we'll take one more look at those playoff brackets before we get y'all up and out of here. Daniel beats Blue Ridge 49-0. Wren beats Woodruff. Chapman beats Crescent 45-0. Chester, I don't know if that's final yet, but they're up on Powdersville 28-21. The opposite side of this bracket. Austin didn't update it. Of course, you can all go look it up. We thank everyone for tuning in every single week. Hopefully, we're back next Friday. Follow me on Twitter, BlakeMill13, to stay updated. We thank everyone here tonight on the Wren Broadcast Network. I'm Blake Miller with the Wren Broadcast Network. Tuning in.